What's up, ladies and gentlemen? That's a nice little groove, ain't it? Yes, indeed. Hey, listen, y'all, it's Monday. Go ahead and share this right now. I'm going to let that groove play for just about 30 more seconds. Go ahead and hit that share button. Get those people in here so we can react to this video tonight. You see the title. I like being ran. I'm sexually liberated. So y'all go ahead and get yourselves together. Go ahead and send this to your mama and them, your cousin and them, and all of them and them. And we're going to get this thing started in about 35 seconds after I get back off this screen and start the groove. Be back in just a second. Peace. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing tonight? It's so good to see you guys. So tonight we are sponsored by Celsius. This thing's right here ain't got no sugar in them or nothing. Ain't nothing bad in it for you. I'm drinking this shit out of them like water. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys for being here. Hey, listen, man. It's been a minute. You know, last week we had the ladies come in here last Tuesday and they killed it. The beautiful Queen Smiley was in here with that big old pretty smile. She could cuss you out and make you feel good about it. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to Queen Smiley and Coach K for holding it down last Tuesday. Wednesday was we took off for the week basically. Everybody needed a break. All right, everybody needed a break. And we had a break. Now we back to work. We're about to work. So tonight, man, thank you for being here. What We Know podcast is in the building tonight. All right. And then we have the lady Navua is in the building tonight. She says, hey, hit that like button, baby. As you enter into the live, keep it 100. Respectful and alive at all times, especially to the host. Relax, enjoy Black Man Unfiltered Network. Thank you so much, Lady Nova, for being here. All right, guys. If you want to get in the chat, let's go. Let's make it work. I'm going to bring up my people that are here tonight. I might have some coming a little bit later, but I got two here for sure. I got my girl. Come on, you know we got the ladies first in the building. We got the queen in here tonight. Queen Smiley is in the building. With a glass of wine, do you mind? All right. And then we got my brother from another mother in the building tonight. Give it up for JT from What We Know podcast is in the building. Yeah. I don't know.
childish. To say we a bunch of adults, boy, I tell you, it's some childish buffoonery that goes on Monday nights. I swear.
I was not ready, boy. I was not ready, boy. Oh, your ass.
I appreciate you, JT.
Thank you. How you doing, Queen Smiley?
Man, today been a Monday.
It's been a Monday.
Man,
I can agree with you.
It had. I wish we could just take Mondays off. Just don't go nowhere on Monday.
You know, there are some companies that they did a test. Some companies did switch over to a 4-day work week, keeping their salary as if it's a 40-hour work week, right? And so it was proven that many of those companies, their sales went up. The people were happier, they're thriving and all of that other stuff. So they're not even reverting back to a 5-day work week. They're sticking with the 4-day work week with the annual salary still of that somebody who works 40 hours a week. So
that'll work.
I wish my company would try it.
Hell yeah.
I'll be mad at it. But I ain't complaining because I do work a partial remote schedule. So I do enjoy that. So
yeah. Hey,
I can't wait till I can do that again.
I'm telling you, Illuminated. I see you in my chat. I just sent you the link. Come on up the back.
Hey, Lady Navoa. What up, though, in the chat?
What's going on? Hey, my twin in the building tonight. He said, "What up, twin?" Though, you know what I'm talking about?
That's right, my boy Rob.
My boy Rob in the building tonight. Goddamn it.
Yes, sir. Man, I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all, man.
I was wondering what happened to Mondays. I'm like, what the heck going on? Like, I ain't know.
Me and Security Boss went for a long time on that Monday. So I was like, man, I ain't gonna.
I was wondering.
Yeah, that show would have been super, super late. So,
and I know she probably a little tired too, man, because she been rocking, man.
Yeah. She took a break today too.
Yeah, she took a break today.
Nice.
So, man, it's good to see y'all, man. And man, listen, bro, there's been a lot going on in the world today, man. I was gonna bring it up on Security Boss today for news, but I'm gonna bring up some news right now. Y'all got and if y'all heard something in the news, we could bring that up too. But I did see the news today. Did y'all see the 10-year-old black kid killed his mom?
Oh, that was a little while ago. That was about a week or two ago.
Yeah,
Because she didn't buy him a VR set.
Yep, she didn't buy him a video game, so he waited till she went to sleep, went in and got the gun and shot her in the head while she was asleep.
I thought he stabbed her.
No, he shot her in the eye. The bullet went through the eye.
Wow.
And out through the back of her head.
Wow.
He was that angry.
Yep. And the police said when they got there, I read that he shot his mom and then went in her purse, got the debit card, and ordered the VR set.
Oh man.
And then when the auntie came over to check, the mom in the bed dead for 2 days, a day and a half, 2 days damn near. And he in the living room with the Amazon sent the damn VR set to the house. He in there playing the damn VR. His mom in the room dead. And the police asked the little boy, like they say he had no remorse. He wasn't crying. None of this. Say
mental illness, man.
Yeah, bro. Say he just was in there playing the game, having a good time. Mama in there rotting. She had started going through rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Oh. So let me ask you this question. Was there anything mentally wrong with this child?
They said no. They said just he always a kid. Let me tell you what. Yeah, it was
that spoiled.
He was entitled.
You that spoiled for you to have that type of audacity.
And his mama told him no. The auntie said the mama told him no. He couldn't get the VR set because secretly she had got it for him for Christmas.
Oh.
So he shot his mom for nothing. But guess what? That's what the Attorney General said. He's going to. This boy's 10. The Attorney General said, I'm going to make sure we give him the maximum sentence of 60 years.
That's not true. Either. That's not true. This kid wasn't mentally ill.
We didn't say that.
No, he was not.
No, that's what I said he wasn't.
No, he said he wasn't.
Yeah. The thing is with him, this kid. So I did look a little. What's up? How you doing?
Good,
I looked a little into this last week.
Yeah.
When I first heard about it, and so when I saw what the kid was doing before this, and what his mother wasn't doing about it, I was like, this is the Jeffrey Dahmers, the John Wayne Gacy's, Helter Skelter, all that. That he was that in the making, right? Yeah. All of us have the potential to be a psychopath. All of us do. Every single one of us. However, like when you have some people who have more aptitude towards it, like this kid did, like he was the kid who was abusing animals and doing crazy things to animal carcasses and just, you know what I'm saying, harming animals and killing them just for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying?
Lady in the voice said, how did he get the gun?
I thought that was a sociopath, though.
Yeah,
no.
Psychopaths is far worse. Sociopaths, most people, I mean, there are
Most
a lot more.
That's what I was saying. Most of us.
Yeah. In America, yeah, Americans have more aptitude to be sociopaths than any other country on the planet, you know. But psychopaths they're very, very rare. But you can also be one without noticing. You know what I'm saying? But so this kid, this is just in the making, and his mother wasn't disciplining him.
Exactly.
You're right. He was spoiled.
Yes.
And he didn't like to hear no, and so he just didn't see anything wrong with grabbing the gun and doing what he did. You know,
And what was this child's ethnicity? Because I didn't look that up.
He's black.
He was black.
Mm-hmm.
I got the picture of him right here. Hold on, let me show it to you. I got the picture right here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, there it is. There it is right here. This is him and his mom right here. Hold on, let me pull it up on the big screen here.
I appreciate you because I ain't got my glasses on.
Damn, that's a baby.
Yep.
That's an old picture, huh? Because he can't be 10. That's still that little.
No, he's 10.
In that picture.
Yeah, he's just going to be a small guy, but
and guess what? They said they're going to try to give him the maximum sentence of 60 years.
Let me say this.
They're going to try him as an adult.
Just in regards to what Mandrell just said. Welcome, Mandrell. I hope you are doing well.
Y'all popped this one up on me. I didn't know he's going this early.
Yeah, the reason I did it this early because Security Boss took a night off. So when she told me she canceled her show, I just went ahead and did this one early.
Heads up would have been nice.
I did. I text you.
Not with the time.
We're all like you, Mandrell. We all got it last minute. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all last minute.
We here.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we do?
I love you anyway, brother.
Drink wine.
But yeah,
to what Mandrell was just saying, how every one of us has a potential to be a psychopath or a sociopath. Those individuals have some type of mental illness before they make it to that point. Granted, we're homicidal. All of us are homicidal. But to say that we're all at some rate have the potential to be a sociopath or what was the other one? Serial killer or whatever. Psychopath. Those individuals have a mental illness. And for this particular child, he was just spoiled entitled.
Well,
and so we're definitely all homicidal.
Now, Mandrell, I want to ask go ahead. I'm going to ask Mandrell a question. Go ahead.
That's the thing about being a psychopath. It's not really a mental illness. The thing is that
for you to be hyper focused on something to get to that point,
they're not hyper. That's the thing. They're not hyper focused on anything. You know, it's their views on right and wrong and the severity of what's going on. It's
consequences.
And consequence. It's a perspective. It's not a mental illness. There's nothing going on in your brain that causes you to do that. There's nothing in body chemistry that causes you to do that. That's why it's so difficult to recognize until someone's done something. You can't really diagnose. No psychiatrist nor psychoanalysis can diagnose it before they do the things that psychopaths do.
But you know what cancel that out?
It's not. It's just they'll all tell you. The psychotherapy community say,
what canceled that out. What canceled that out was that whole concept of, remember when they were saying that being gay was a
mental illness. It
was a mental illness, and then those same people came right back and they said that it's not. These are the same people. So then they have to redo all the stuff that they was labeling. That's why when they was talking about like sociopath, that's still borderline. That's like more of a personality trait, isn't it?
Sociopath is a personality trait, and you can be conditioned to be that way. Psychopaths, you can't it's not a mental illness. You can't condition someone to be that way.
Right.
That's just how they are.
So you know Mandrell, let me ask you a question. Do you? This for all y'all, but I want Mandrell to go first. Do you guys think that he needs to be given the maximum sentence of 60 years and he's 10, bro?
No.
Damn.
I don't think so.
Not 60.
Do you think he should be tried as an adult?
No.
Nope.
So they're doing both. They're trying him as an adult. And they're trying to give him the maximum sentence of 60
so
years.
I would like to. I would love to hear how. I would love to hear how she parented him.
Yeah,
because a lot of that could have been the outcome of her.
It's the
that could have been her destiny. You know,
a lot of that came out in the reports I read last week about it. Yeah, she was a very loving and caring mother, but she was also like the father wasn't in the. She kept the father out of his life.
Overcompensated.
Yeah, and because she did that, like Queen Smiley just said, she overcompensated with giving him everything thus and so. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And she just kind
I
of
tell my kids no.
She spoiled them rotten. And
I don't just say no sometimes. Sometimes I say hell no.
But listen, there's a story in Houston as well that happened a few years ago. I don't know if you guys knew about it. The father used to play for the Houston Texans, and his son, his son did something, stayed out later, got drunk driving or whatever. He took the daddy took the car, the cell phone, the game, the TV, and told him he couldn't go nowhere. So he went into the cabinet, got the gun, shot his dad and his mom, killed both of them.
I mean, it's very common now. You got the one where here in Detroit where the guy was beating up on his girlfriend. His mother bailed him out, and he ended up stabbing his mother and his stepfather to death, and he killed the girlfriend too.
Oh yeah, man, we had a show on it. You had a show on it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This goes back to like I hope the people who debated me on ass whoopings are watching this. Okay, see, this is what not whooping your kids does. Your kids in particular may not need those, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But there are children in this world where capital punishment is warranted and sometimes required to lead them down the right path.
That'll be a great conversation, because I still don't think that right now the way that these parents are built, that they are warranted to be whooping on no ass, because they don't know how to discipline at all.
Right.
They're kids themselves, and what happens is that they end up abusing the child. Yep. And the child gonna end up the way these parents is now. The child gonna end up killing their ass anyway.
Did you get ass whoopings growing up, JT?
Yeah, but my parents were parents.
Right. But
every ass whooping I've ever had, they explained to me why I got that ass whooping.
It's a difference.
Sometimes they tell me to go get some ice cream after that, you know.
And they will tell you right before the ass whoop, oh, you want to come in here and jump on my couch? Oh, I'm finna whoop your ass. You knew.
You knew why you was getting it. For me, I didn't get as many because I was the baby of 6.
Right. We didn't like my parents didn't just hit on me. They actually showed me that they loved me. They wasn't hollering at me all the time. It was like it was a balance in our household. So when it went down, like it was a difference. With my father, he was the quick one. There was no emotions with it or whatever. Right. My mama got mad. She said, I'm gonna wait till your daddy get home. She told him he don't know what the hell went on. He said, hey, listen, your mama told me start whooping ass. I'm gonna whoop some ass, and hey, listen, get your ass over here. And then after that, it was over with, because he had to because my mother, she was more emotional. Right. And as we got older, my father was like, don't hit on them boys no more. I got it. You tell me, and I'm gonna start whooping ass. And he took pride in ass whooping. He was just like, I'm the number one ass whooper. I got he had his own like type of belt and everything. Yeah. And it wasn't just my ass he was whooping, it was all my cousins.
Yeah.
And guess what? It was the neighbors.
Exactly. And I saw an episode of the Ghetto Boys on their podcast, which is a great podcast.
It is.
I saw their episode where a guy was on there. He said that his dad used to discipline them hard, and said the mama said, "Listen, just stop whooping them. Don't whoop them no more." And he said he heard the conversation between his mom and dad. Wasn't no screaming, yelling, or nothing. Said the dad had told her, "You're right. You fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna whoop them no more. I'm gonna do what you ask." He said, "But I need you to do something for me." She said, "What do you want me to do for you?" He said, "I want you to not ask me to do anything else as far as disciplining them. When they go to jail, don't call me. When they get shot, don't call me. If something happened to them, don't tell me. Let me live my life free from disciplining these children. I'm going to disconnect from them completely." And he said after that, him and his brother went wild. So they started selling drugs. They was having sex with girls in the house. So his daddy would be in the other room knowing they doing wrong, and they're smoking drugs, everything. He wouldn't say shit. And said the mama was like, "Well, you ain't gonna do nothing." He said, "No,
Remember what you said?
Yep. He said his brother got. He said his oldest brother got shot and killed. They found his body. He said he got stabbed a couple of times before he changed his life. And the mama just was in misery, bro. And he said, I told you when they was kids. He said I was like them. So I knew how to discipline my sons because I seen them going the same way I was going. You stopped it. This is the result of it. You got a son dead and a son damn near died. And now both of them thugs on the street, been locked up, got rap sheets long as the house.
And now they have no options, no prospects or anything.
Exactly. Because you wanted to take it away. But I want to say something real quick. We got a new member on the channel just came in. I want to say hi to a few people first that just came in. Let's see. Kevin Brewster in the building. Illuminated Revelations in the building tonight. We got Carr in the building, man. What's up, stranger? We got Lost in Translation podcast. We got Christina Watts. Who else we got in here? Clement Gray. Shout out to you, man. We didn't do Security Boss show tonight, man, because she wanted to get some rest tonight. So she's getting her rest. We got Miss AKA Lady in the building tonight. Good to see you tonight. Let's see here. But we do have Mr. Clement here that became a new member. So I'm going to play something for you. Then we had Gilded Quan. He said, what up, Mo? So Gilded Quan is in the building tonight. Thank you for being here. Clement, thank you for being here, man, and becoming a member of the channel. So let me give you a little something to groove to just for a quick second, if I may, my brother. Let's see which one I want to play. I'll do this one. I like her.
What's for me will always be for me, and I'll get what I always was meant to receive. I gotta wait on it, wait on it, wait on it, wait for it, wait for it, wait.
All right.
I didn't see that one before. I haven't saw that one.
That girl can sing her ass off.
That'd be a little groove.
Man, she can sing.
Neither have I.
All right. So again, guys, thank you guys for being here. If you want to send a super chat, I'll play I'll play something for you every time you do send a super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Clement. I did get your email today, Mr. Gray. So don't think I didn't get that. I will respond to you later tonight or in the morning. So make sure you be looking for that. Okay. All right. So Jenny's in the building. What's up, Jenny?
Hi, Jenny.
All right. So he said, what? No, I want to rock from Luke. Come on now. Boy, you crazy.
Okay.
All right, Jenny. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Why? All right, man. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and hop into what we came here for tonight. As you can see, Me Have Donut just jumped in the building. He said, yo guys, panel and viewers, all y'all love he said, what is it? Laugh out loud, love the title. All right, guys. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and play this video, and we're gonna play it probably 3 or 4 times because more people gonna be coming in. I need y'all to see this because we're at a state of emergency, ladies and gentlemen. We're at a state of emergency. These women have gone crazy. Queen Smiley, we need you to put on your outfit and jump from the buildings and save these hoes. It's getting bad.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. No. She doesn't need to do that.
Wine.
Yeah, but the thing is, don't save them. They don't want to be saved.
Just like Queen Smiley, just have wine.
The first wine.
All right.
They don't want to be saved.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the video of the evening. Enjoy.
For threesomes with 2 guys and yourself over 2 girls and another guy.
That's very true. Give me all the. I like being being manhandled by several different men at once. I'm sexually liberated and I'm a goddess and I deserve to have hands all over my body. I've already done 6.
Okay.
I've done 6, I've done 10, and I've done 12.
Okay.
All right.
She has 6, she's in 10 and 12.
Yeah, she has 6
is she talking about guys or inches?
No, guys. She has 6 guys at one time, 10 guys at one time, and 12.
Oh my God.
The world need them.
But she only
Congratulations. You are officially a super hoe.
Oh my gosh! It just in time. The dust.
I don't get it.
has entered the building.
Hold on, Dusto. Queen Smiley sung your damn theme song the other day, bro. I damn near passed out. Queen Smiley, hit the first line, just one line. Go ahead.
Why you gotta do that?
Just hit it one time.
Welcome to the Dustosphere. Why you do that?
I'm a lava wiggle, mega whistle.
Yeah. Welcome to the Dustosphere.
Okay, so Dusto, man, thank you for being here tonight, man. Give it up for Dusto. All right, we got the world class in the building tonight, man. What's going on, my brother? All right, so for you guys that just got in here, I'm gonna play this video one more time because I don't think you got it. Here we go.
For threesome,
Yeah, I just saw it.
2 guys over 2 girls and another guy.
That's very true. Give me all the. I like being ran, being manhandled by several different men at once. I'm sexually liberated, and I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body. I've already done 6.
Okay.
I've done 6, I've done 10, and I've done 12.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, so like, this is too much for my virgin ears.
So we'll let the lady go first. Queen
I don't
Smiley.
even think her ears are a virgin, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Not you, her.
Queen Smiley.
Like man said, so we'll just let the lady go first.
We're gonna let the
Her
lady
and her virgin ears.
We're gonna put you at the top up here. I'm gonna stay down. I'll stay down here. Queen Smiley, what are your thoughts when you hear that?
Oh man, I'm just taken aback. Like I have no words for what I just heard. Like I was in total shock and awe. Yeah, that's disgusting. And so I'm wondering to myself, at some point, was this young lady great? And so because of that, she's taken power, what she thinks is power, into her own hands to say, well, since I ain't get to choose what to do with my body, then I get to choose to do whatever I want with my body, and it's my choice. You know, like what's mentally, like what's going on for you to think that this is okay?
She told you.
Dusto, what are your thoughts?
She told me what she likes.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
Yeah, she said
That's
she
why
like.
that's why she does it.
She said I like to be sexually liberated. She said I'm a goddess.
She said I'm sexually liberated. Liberated from what?
Now she said I'm a goddess. I love to have hands all over me. Okay, Tyrus is here now. Tyrus, listen. I know that you're coming in hot, but I want you to understand what you're about to hear, Tyrus, okay? Because ain't no defending this whole tonight. I want you to hear what we just heard, okay?
Yeah, take your cape off tonight. Take the cape off tonight, Tyrus.
Here it is.
For threesomes with 2 guys either over 2 girls and another guy.
That's very true. Give me all the. I like being ran, being manhandled by several different men at once. I'm sexually liberated, and I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body. I've already done 6.
Okay.
I've done 6, I've done 10, and I've done 12.
Okay.
All right.
So she on Pornhub? Is she on Pornhub?
She said so basically what she's saying is that she loves to have hands all over her. She's sexually liberated. She's a goddess. She says she's had a gang bang with 6 men, a gang bang with 10, and a gang bang with 12.
I'm gonna eat my popcorn.
Choo choo.
Okay, so I want to get Dust. I'm gonna let you go, and then we'll get Mandrell and then Tyrus in here, and I'm gonna let you come up the rear. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the use of the word goddess. But this woman, like I said on Sir Hale's show last night, well, ladies, you cannot come out here and use these terms like goddess. When your vagina has been clobbered, hammered, slammed, dribbled, slammed, dunked, passed, tossed around, benched, brought back into the game, intercepted, fumbled, tossed, kicked into a field goal, dribbled, slam dunked, backflip, tossed around. And then when men back up and get a running start, dive into your vagina with both legs. There is a problem. That is absolutely unacceptable. When dudes are getting a running start before jumping into your vagina and you don't feel it, when a dude gets a platform springboard and puts the bed outside in the front yard and jumps and lands into the vagina, something's wrong.
Hey, hold on, Dusto. Like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Hey, JT, do it again.
Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Dusto, go ahead. Go ahead, Dusto. I'm gonna let you
Oh,
rock.
man. I got nothing else
Let me
to
send
say.
Hank this link, boy, because I send Hank this link, boy. I know he gonna come in hot. Let me send it to him. Hold on. Go ahead. You got nothing, Dusto?
That's all I got. Referee timeout. I believe the vagina is injured. Need 15 minutes.
Oh my God, Mandrell, what do you got for us, brother? What are your thoughts on the video?
I really don't have anything for it. I mean, what dude's coming behind that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she put herself out there like that. Whatever, man. It ain't for me. She can do what she wants. I'm done.
Mandrell forfeits.
Mandrell is disappointed.
Flawless victory. The vagina wins.
Right, he's like, I had hope until Monday came.
Hey guys, so again, guys, thank you. Guys.
I don't know what you want from. I don't know what y'all want from me, Black Man. I really don't.
Thank you guys for being here tonight. Mandrell is speechless, but thank you guys for being here tonight. And thank you for coming in. I'll play the video again in just a second. But thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. If you want to donate to the channel, you see the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. If you want to join the channel, please join the channel. It is under the video that you're watching right now. And if you want to send a super chat, do that as well. And I'll play something for you when you do send the super chats tonight. So I appreciate you guys for being here. And hit that like button for me. So listen, before you go, Tarus, I know that you've heard a lot of Mandrell. I've never seen Mandrell speechless. And so for the audience who just came in, let's have sister wide open speak again. One second.
For threesomes with two guys either so over two girls and another guy.
That's very true. Give me all the. I like being ran, being manhandled by several different men at once. I'm sexually liberated and I'm a goddess and I deserve to have hands all over my body. I've already done 6.
Okay.
I've done 6, I've done 10, and I've done 12.
Okay.
All right.
Who is that egging her on? Okay.
The lady that was interviewing her. And she's very proud of who she is. I see you, Prime. Thank you for being here tonight. Truth and Purpose, thank you for being here tonight as well, guys. If you come in, hit that like button and subscribe button. That really would help with the channel. So, Tarus, let me see you get her out of this one. Go ahead.
Get her out of what, man? She just admitted to what she likes.
See what I'm saying?
That's it.
See what I'm saying? Like she told us everything. She likes it.
I mean, if you really want me to give a deep dive here.
I mean, she said she like it. Got nothing to do with being great.
You'll be the only person on this panel with many words.
According to JT, somebody already did a deep dive.
Well, here's the...
Now, Tarus, let me ask you a question first before you go.
Here we go. All right.
If you were dating this woman and you were on your way home and somebody said, hey, bro, ain't this your chick? And you looked at the video and this is the woman that in this video plays and it's the same woman that you're dating and about to marry, what would you do?
That negative Ghost Rider? Hell no. Like no. You know what I mean? Like hell no. Like,
hey, would you express yourself? Would you express yourself to her, or would you just ghost the fuck out of her?
Nah, I gotta. Hey, we out, man. Like, I mean, I would explain to her. You know what? I would be a polite gentleman and explain to her why I'm not gonna talk to her anymore. I'm not just gonna like disappear. Right. But it's definitely got to get cut off, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm good, True. Thank you, man.
I'm petty. I'm petty as shit. I ain't gonna even lie.
What's up, Quincy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So, BM,
can I say something real quick? This is a real quick side note.
Yeah.
This is interesting how this conversation comes up, because I remember you and I's very first conversation with each other, right? And it was similar concept, except you found this kind of out while you was married, right?
Yes.
But you see my reaction now because this happened before. But now I got to be honest, man. I have no idea how I would react. Like say this, BM. Let's say in an alternative universe, the same thing happened to you, except you had the video evidence like this.
Oh.
How would you react, bro? Oh my God.
And that's the question I want to ask to the fellas. If you are about to get married, somebody sent DL sent that the
I did. I already sent it to him.
Okay, cool. So listen, just imagine if you are about to get married, like, you're a year into your marriage and you see this video. Mandrell, what do you do? You're a year into your marriage and you see this video of her saying, I had 6, I had 10, I had 12.
I got it. But here's the thing. Like, I'd be pissed off because you didn't tell me that before we got married. You know what I'm saying? And it's, again, ladies, it's not, men keep telling you body count matters. It does. Because if you were slutting it out like that, and then he marries you, he's going to be the butt of every joke around town. That, you know, I mean, you got to think of the humiliation you're bringing on your husband, and therefore your family name. You know what I'm saying? So you ladies, you got to think about this stuff before you go out and start acting reckless like that.
She a young girl.
So my thing is,
somebody else said, I know now.
A year into it. Another thing is, a year into it. I mean, we got the exercise a bailout strategy of some sort.
No, fuck that. If I'm in my 20s, if I'm in my motherfucking 20s, I'm gonna tell you, if y'all ever seen a little dark skinned 8-year-old boy, how he be when he cried, that nigga be like, he gonna be, and then she go, I'll be like that. I'll be like, fuck that bitch, fuck her. This gonna be doing me. The 22-year-old me, nigga. We got 2 years between us. I'm about to marry her. I'm sitting here, nigga. I've been emotional than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, but I've been petty. Cause you wouldn't have seen me cry. You wouldn't have seen me cry. I would have been doing that shit. But boy, I would have went through with the whole wedding.
Yeah, BM, I got a question for you.
I'll be right back. And I would have left. They would thought I was at the bathroom. I would have had everybody, even my damn family, fuck all y'all. Y'all about to see how this bitch is. And I would have left the wedding and had everybody there just waiting like, where the fuck did he go? He said he went to the bathroom. And she would have came to me because I've been waiting for her to come to me. And she been like, why did you do me like that? I would have never done nothing to you like that. And I would have showed her that video and I would have cussed her ass clean out.
I got a different answer.
I would have beat them up. I mean, that would have been in my head because I could have, it's always a thing where I would get my ass whooped, but I would have made a good effort in whooping their ass.
Right, let's take a quick break. Dusto is going to go next. Mr. Bennett is in the building. We got DL Saint in the building. Welcome, guys. How y'all doing tonight? So we got a super chat here, but I want to read some of these comments here. Mr. Eugene Steele said, the social media is not making things any better for these 304s. There are millions of men listening to them. And at the end of the day, men will not take them seriously. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eugene.
I hate to be ignorant here, guys, but what's a 304? I've never heard this term before.
Yeah, so like if you're on a calculator, you spell 304 and turn it upside down.
It was the pager, Mandrell.
Oh, the pager, yeah. And you turn it upside down, it says ho.
All right.
Wow, we this petty with our language. We
That's from the 90s. That's from the 90s. That's from the 90s. That's from the 90s.
This before we had sidekicks and shit. We just had beepers.
Yeah.
And rotary phones and push button phones.
Yeah, that's like that childish shit when you would put on the calculator and then turn it upside down and say no.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay,
so now I partially agree with Dr. Eugene Steele, if I could say so real quick, because they do have a lot of people that's out here listening. At the end of the day, a real man won't take these individuals seriously, but Limp Dick Dusto and Curve Dick
Roosevelt,
all of those, they gonna run through that thing. They gonna be one of the 6, they gonna be one of the 10. I'm not talking about y'all on this panel, but there are people in the chat who will remain unnamed, and they themselves will jump in that thing too and act as if it never happened in life. Maybe some of y'all on the panel. I ain't saying y'all would do that because these are some astute men that I'm having this conversation with. But Look at DL leaned
with
in and
the
said,
exception
"Hold
of
up."
DL.
Now,
If you can see his facial
hold on, before
expression.
you say something, DL, let me get this super chat out the way. So Clement Gray gave us a $2 super chat. He said, if it was me, he said, if it was me, I'm definitely catching a body. Death. All right, let me go ahead and play him something real quick. This is crazy.
You looking at me? Jam, baby. I ain't going nowhere. I'm chilling right here. Me and a representative on the track, chilling with the pocket queen. Knowing you weren't expecting this, so not like this. Nah, nah. To the hook, now. Ain't that like when I sing freestyle? Ain't that like when I do it 3 times? You really do the best, You really do the best, The mic and the melody comes on, the rhythm to hold on. We can't let it go, no. Ooh, oh. Ain't that like when I do it 3 times?
Dr. Eugene Steele on the 1s and 2s. He's playing them vocals.
All right, thank you.
I see you, Dr. Steele.
All right, thank you so much, Clement Gray, for that $2 super chat, guys. If you send a super chat, I will play something for you guys. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I did see another one. I already know who that is and what he wants. We got a $10 super chat in here from my brother from another mother, DL Saint. I really want to know podcast. Make sure you guys go and subscribe and go over and like every video on that channel over there. So he said, great topic, brother. We need to talk about this real talk. What you want me to do for you, DL? I already know who you want. You want?
Come on, man. Make it happen, man. You know that little boy be rocking. That little boy be rocking.
White chocolate for DL Saint. Here we go.
I got a red room, it's the red dawn when the sun sets in my bedroom. Oh, it feels like I'm inside a flower. It feels like I'm inside my eyelids. It feels like I'm inside a flower.
That boy good.
There you go, DLC. That's my boy DLC.
Terrible.
Man, I appreciate you so much, brother, for that super chat. So, guys, I do want to. All right, guys, listen. Let me get these super chats out the way. So, what we know podcast in the building tonight. He said, "Let's cash my BMU tonight. $5 challenge, man. Thank you so much, man. I already. What you want, brother? What you want? What you want? What you want?
Any one of them. They all good to me.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you this one. Here we go.
Somewhere in the middle, I think I lied a little. I said if we took it there, I wasn't gonna change, but that went out the window. Yeah, put my mind at ease, trickled up my spine. Oh, you look so pretty, please. Every single night, I need your hands on me. When your kiss is kind, oh, you give me sweet relief. Make me feel so pretty. Would you help me out, please?
Sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate that super chat, my brother. All right, man. So, guys, if you're just getting here, the show's about to get real funky because we got a lot of other funky people on the panel tonight that said we need to have this conversation. So I'm definitely excited about what's about to happen. So I'm going to play the video of Miss Wide Open one more time. Here we go.
For threesomes with 2 guys in the show over 2 girls and another guy.
That's very true. Give me all the. I like being ran, being manhandled by several different men at once. I'm sexually liberated and I'm a goddess and I deserve to have hands all over my body. I've already done 6.
Okay.
I've done 6, I've done 10, and I've done 12.
Okay.
All right.
My question is this: she only has 3 holes. So
you gotta get creative, bro. Some people just ain't gonna
few
understand.
people are missing out.
Like the hands all over her.
Right.
And other things.
Wait,
and
well,
other
the other
things.
well, all that's go. What's wrong with the dudes? Like, I mean, why would you want to be present for all that?
That is a good question.
Isn't that
for,
kind of
for the guys? Here's the thing. It's a good question, and here's why. Because I know there's some men, whether or not y'all admit or not, but I'm sure there's some men that are listening and possibly on this panel who's ran a train on a female. So what is it about another dude? Hang on, JT. But what is it about another dude slanging his Johnson in your face and beating down another female in front of you? What is it? What excites you?
That's why I'm saying that's where the separation is. You got guys that do that, and you got guys that say fuck that. I'm one of the guys that say fuck that.
For the guys that do that in the chat, if you're listening, what excites you about that?
What's with like I mean, like there's a guy in the room with you naked.
At some point, his thing gonna touch you.
Yeah, and the thing, it doesn't even have to. But my thing is, for me, there's
what if
another.
You bust off and he miss her and hit you.
Yeah, but JT, the thing is, even for me,
that's happened in porn.
It's not even that for me. The fact for me is, there's a naked man in the same room as I am. I can't. No, I'm not okay with that.
You're in there banging up, and he getting ready to go in, and the lights.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not getting ready to. He's not getting ready to go in. No.
You get ready to hit it, and he put his dick on your forehead.
No, he gets to leave.
Babe, you got some nice shoulders. You've been working out.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's with this whole thing? Like, what's wrong with the dudes? Is my question. Like, y'all niggas. I mean, y'all. These. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these young cats these days. But y'all weird, man.
Let me ask you something, Mandrell.
Y'all weird, man.
Have y'all ever seen a Prince movie called Graffiti Bridge?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Do you remember the scene?
Unfortunately.
Do you remember the scene where Morris Day was on the couch with old boy, right? And he coming in, he was with the girl, he was kissing out on the girl, and Prince came in and took the girl off the couch. Yeah. And old boy said, "Hey man, I think she got hair on her chest."
Oh geez.
And he turned the light on. Morris Day said, I need to find that scene, boy. That's the funniest shit ever, bro. They both started throwing up. That shit was
that's my thing, man. I don't know what's wrong. Like, okay, she likes that, but where like it's disgusting. It's disgusting what passes for a man these days.
Yeah.
What man does that?
These days.
What you mean, bro? They got songs that tell you what men do.
Yeah.
You got a song.
You don't do that.
Yeah, hold on. Let's not pretend like this shit ain't new, man.
Just though. Don't we got a song?
It ain't new. No, it ain't new.
I want to know, like, what is it about men that think that that's okay?
It ain't all right with me. I don't understand it.
You know what it is? I think it's this.
And they swear they straight. I'm just like, no, you need to go to the doctor and get that looked at.
It's more of a cultural thing. It's more of a cultural thing.
Culture.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
No, it ain't no culture. You got black people. You got black people.
Hold on, man. The street culture. What y'all talking about?
There ain't no street
Dudes
culture.
you heard the song. There's a song. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. There's a song in Detroit. It's a very old song. I was in high school. It says, "Let's run bustos on you and all your friends. I know you got a bunch of friends. Now act like it did." And it just keeps repeating that song. They have a culture of people that actually live by that whole thing. What I'm telling you is the street culture. They got a song in hip hop that says, "I will give you my bitch before I give you some money."
All right, JT is actually making a very good point. I'm glad
it's not a culture thing. It's if you cut on the curve.com, there's white boys doing it too.
It's definitely prevalent, and it's not even just hip hop, but a specific genre of hip hop. That goes on the lyrics and stuff like that. It's very prevalent.
Before we go into that, Mr. Bennett, I want to hear what Mr. Bennett has to say. DL Saint, and then we'll go into the and Illuminated Revelation. Then we'll go into that. Mr. Bennett, what are your thoughts?
to the other point, this is nothing new. Like I said, this is barn culture. This is from the deep south. This is go back a few thousand years ago. This is Caligula, right? I mean, so none of this stuff is necessarily
and the French.
new. You had cultures that were built around it, not just for heterosexuals, but for homosexuals as well. You know, you had houses for this stuff. So none of this stuff is necessarily new. The only thing that the question I ask is, like, I think sometimes men oftentimes compartmentalize, like, the fact this is like, if this is a real woman saying she's like this, we just kind of like react a certain way. But if she's in the industry, that's kind of like part of the job description to an extent. And we can, there's men who will watch that and it's a, oh, well, it's a movie. So it's almost like we kind of switch a part of our brains off if we see it in a production. But to run up on somebody who's actually really like that, or who really genuinely likes that kind of lifestyle, then we look at it a little bit differently. So for me, I just find it interesting when, you know, when men talk about this, or, you know, and again, not all of us or whatever into that sort of thing, but, you know, how we can switch off for if she's acting or if she's getting paid for it, it's like, oh, that's one thing. But if she's like that for real, it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening to us and whatnot. So I think that's a little disingenuous, or there's like a disconnect that we form in our minds between what's real and what's not, or what you think is staged and what's not.
Absolutely.
But again, it's still, I mean, this kind of stuff, go back to the Greeks, the Romans, the whatevers. You've always had these cultures where women and men, I mean, we all watched Game of Thrones. I mean, it was throughout the whole series, that stuff was going on, the houses for that stuff. So, you know, I'm not surprised by it, but I just find it interesting, our reaction when we see somebody who's like, generally, oh, she's really like that. It's like, who would actually do that? Yeah, running trains or whatnot, nothing new to me.
So it'll be okay. So if this woman changed her life, is she a wife?
Who are you asking? Who the hell are you asking that question?
Tyrus, if she changed her life, is she a wife?
That goes back to, what do you know and what don't you know?
If it stays in the closet, I hear you, bro.
Because that's the thing, right? Let's say, because I'm going to be clear, that's an attractive looking woman. And I think most of us agree she's at least above average, right? If you never saw this video, would you ask her out?
She's a very attractive girl.
Yes,
yeah, that's why I said that's why I said it when I was making the joke. But I'm telling you, if that was, and I was in my 20s, because she is attractive, and that shit came out and I saw that damn video, and she was talking like that, man, I'd be popping like a little 18-year-old boy.
And JT, don't we see that play out in every aspect of any kind of culture or scandal? The moment you put video evidence to X, it changes everything.
It changes it all.
It changes everything. Like for example, it's one thing if you're trying to hide your DMs or whatever. It's another thing if you got video evidence of your boyfriend or your girlfriend in the club doing whatever. It's like, oh, yeah, just, you know. So it really, yeah.
Plausible deniability only works if you don't have proof. Period. Yes. If the video surfaced of what President Clinton was doing with that chubby white girl in the White House,
you're right.
I did not have sexual contact with that would not have worked. If there's proof. And thanks for having me on, brother Tarus. When you done, I don't want to step on you.
It still would have worked. It still would have worked, DL. Because how he got away with that is he said, "Define sex."
No, it wouldn't have worked. No,
that's how he got out of it.
Is
define sex.
Yeah, and if you know what I would say as the prosecutor, I said not only will I define it, Mr. President, hey, let's watch it, and I turned it on.
Right.
Oh, that's not sex. There was no penetration. There was no sex. There was no penetration.
No, look, listen. What that cigar was.
It wasn't me though. I didn't do it.
But it goes back to what we were saying. A video does away with all that. And and thanks for having me on.
Sorry.
Go ahead, bro. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, DL, man, you're making a great point, because think about what we can do now, DL, with the video. Look how we can analyze how enthused she sounded about it, how fucking excited, she was about it, and the fact that, let's be clear, she made it very clear that this is going to continue on in the future. You know what I mean? That's what video evidence does. So you're absolutely correct, D. I just wanted to just co-sign on that for sure.
I appreciate the cosign, man. And brother Black Man, thanks for having me on. You know what I mean? Greetings to everybody on the panel. You know what I mean? I rock with y'all. It's so much fun. Before I get started, just want to say one little thing. Brother Tarus, man, yo, you and the Browns took that ass whooping like kings. Like kings.
I'm feeling
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking it. And I need y'all to step it up Sunday.
I empathize, truly.
Yeah, I know you do. At Pittsburgh, man, y'all won't even finish with that. Man, y'all can't even finish half. 50%. Anyway, last thing. I need y'all to step up y'all shit Sunday, man. Beat the Ravens, man. Please beat the Ravens. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Do our best. We'll do our best.
So, but yeah, brother. And for y'all think I'm just talking crazy, me and Brother Tarus was texting during the whole game, man. That's a real dude. We was going back and forth.
I didn't want to hop on panel because I knew this shit was gonna happen, man. Like,
can't run, boy. Can't run. I'd have been all over YouTube looking for your ass. You can't get away. But hey, listen, y'all, for real. Well, we really do need to have this conversation. I'm glad we're past all the shock and awe of it all. But this isn't new. You know, going all the way back to Roman times and before. Not only were they doing this wild stuff with women, they were doing it with little boys and little girls and everything else. Man, it's a mess. I'm glad most of that is illegal now and all that kind of stuff, but it's still here. Why is it here? Social media, clout,
and not even that. And just shout out to, I think it's Gilded Quan. Gilded Quan, I would like to just give you some pushback on that. He's saying that I think most women, if given the chance, would operate like her if our society did not shame them for it. Because there's laws and stuff in place now to prevent a lot of this stuff from happening, that goes to show what women will and won't do, because they're only in place because we made the noise. Most oftentimes it's a woman who makes the noise to get these laws and stuff in place. That's why prostitution is illegal. Granted, do it still happen? Yes, because like the gentleman said, it's been happening since time. It's going to continue to happen. And once we start shunning people more, then yes, it will potentially stop. But is it a lucrative business? It's always been a lucrative business. It's going to be a lucrative business. Even if it goes over to the dark web, guess what? It's still going to be a lucrative business. And that's where this young lady belongs, in that culture.
But
because she's wife material, and here's the crazy part: somebody's gonna marry her, and they're not gonna see this, because you do have some people who are still not internet inclined.
No, they're gonna see it, Queen.
Now somebody in their family gonna bring it to their attention.
Queen, you said that it's because of women that a lot of these laws are on the books.
Many of them, yes, because it has happened to.
Because I don't see that. I see that as old white men or
so
whoever.
That's old white men, of course, old white men, but they're wives.
I don't see women behind those laws, though.
Look, old white men, because why? They have women in their ear. They're wives because they were busted. Just like in Texas. In Texas, they put cameras out, right? Street light cameras out. It wasn't until a senator got busted for hitting a guy, kept going, that they took those down, because it happened to one of their people, and now him and his family have to suffer the consequences. They took them shits down here in Texas. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there are no more traffic jams.
No, and
they have to answer for that.
But there's a lot going on with this. Again, brother Black Man, thanks for having this conversation. But that woman right there proves one thing: men will do anything to get it. They will crawl through fire to get it. From a woman who's less than, I mean, like from a woman who's like a below average. This young lady is absolutely extremely attractive. You know what I mean? She's going, if she again, we say it all the time. Ladies, if y'all listen, if you can hear my voice right now, how long would it take you to just have sex with a man? How long would it take? How many men would you have to ask? This many. You know what I mean? It's not going to take you long, but for men, it takes a lot of work to get sexual access. So the fact that it's so hard and no one wants to put in work shows you why they'll run trains or do these gangbangs or do whatever, which is crazy. Most dudes just don't get any play.
What Bennett was saying, though. I feel what Bennett was saying. You see the white men behind this pushing this law. Why? Because it affected them the most. And it affected them and their families the most. Their wives were being shamed because they were the ones being caught doing it all the time. So it was pretty much a family thing.
I get that, but those very same men will go to Thailand and go play with, lady boys and do whatever. Yeah, they still gonna go do it.
They enforced the law. They went ahead and wrote it out, but guess what they still doing? They found more inventive ways to make it happen for themselves. But the women are the ones being prosecuted for it.
Not in New York. It's the other way around. Women don't get prosecuted for prostitution.
Wow.
In fact,
the men do.
The men.
Same thing in Maryland. And actually, Florida.
That's interesting.
Or
It's
Tampa.
where you are. You know, it's a lot of good things about Texas, but a lot of bad things about Texas too. So you got to look at where you are in the world and how they politics work. So, but and here's the thing, there is no, like, we talk about this young woman right here, and like Brother JT, yeah, shout out to Detroit. I'm shocked that Detroit's doing what they're doing. Got to give them some props. But here's the thing, women today, people today, they don't want to be bogged down with consequences, right? We talked about this before. No one wants to be held to account for their decisions. If you want to go out there as a beautiful woman and run through a million guys, go ahead and do it. But don't turn around later. This same woman is going to turn up on YouTube talking about how she can't get a top guy, how she deserves a top tier guy. Yeah.
And then when she get a little bit more older, she gonna be on Security Boss, crying about she want to be loved.
Hold on.
She don't know how to love nobody.
Let's also stay based here and understand that she's still probably going to get married and end up with the family before most of the dudes who ran the train on her.
Facts.
You know what? I ain't gonna say strong. The other night I had an opportunity to be on a panel with some young ladies, and the young ladies were saying that they had 3 kids, single. 1 kid, single. One was disabled from something that happened, single. And then so the lady with the 3 kids said that, the guy that was hosting the show, he said, ma'am, the man that's going to have to come into your life with 3 kids, he's going to have to be a beta. He said, no alpha male is about to come in your house when you have 3 kids by 3 different dudes.
They're not going to take you seriously.
He's not going to take you seriously.
Can we get rid of that narrative? Because the birth rates and the realities of the world say that's an obsolete narrative now. That's not happening. American women and throughout all demographics are not having kids. That's why we keep kicking the can down the road for immigration, because we're not sustaining our birth rates. So this narrative that women keep on having kids out of wedlock or multiple baby mamas,
that's not true.
Less and less of a thing.
Yeah, that's not true. No. The thing about that statistic, the thing is, the purpose of them is the white women who are not having babies like that. Black women, full force. White women are not having babies like that. All of the
demographics for Americans is going down. It's not just white women.
But you got to understand this also, Tyrell.
You're missing the point.
When you look at black women versus black men, they surpass black men. What is it?
Single women.
Wait, listen.
The statistics.
Listen, this is by 3. I think it's like 3 times as many as black men. They ain't even supposed to come close to having as many kids as black men. That's crazy. They should never even surpass black men. Think about it. For every 1 child that she has, that black man has 3 children. Supposedly. It's not that way anymore. For every 1 child he has, it's flipped. So for every 1 child he has, she has 3 children.
Yeah. The average sitting up. The average mom in America has 3.
Hold on 1 second. One second. Just to back up your point. Just to back up your point. Just 1 second. And I'm just reading this. This is Econofacts. They're talking about birth rates. The decline cannot be explained by demographic, economic, or political changes. It is reflective of lower childbearing rates across successive cohorts. Everybody. The U.S. birth rate has fallen by 20% since 2007. That's what Brother Tarus is saying. It's not a white thing, black thing, Latin thing, Asian thing. It is people ain't having babies things. And maybe it's people are exercising their option a lot, and that's why they got so upset with what the Supreme Court was doing. But Brother Tarus is 100% factual in what he said. At this rate, America will be in trouble because we're not having enough Americans. So we just let more people in.
Right.
China's going through the same thing.
But this is the thing, DL. It still doesn't affect the black. It still doesn't affect the black community like it affects other communities, because we're so low. Think about it. Black women are what? They're about. We talked about 6% of the.
Yeah, if you look at it from a country standpoint, you said that the country is having less children. But again, I was just on a panel with women that's in their 20s. The girl that I was talking to that had the 3 kids, she was 27 with 3. and all of them have different daddies.
Okay, but that's one out of how many people that live in this
No. The women.
Bro, I got a whole family right now of 22 to 25-year-olds women that have at least 2 kids.
Exactly. And on the panel that I was on, every woman that was on the panel with me had at least 1 to 3 children. On the panel, they were single, no husbands, and different daddies.
Therese, the new trend is ghost dads. I get on Facebook, at least it's starting to be almost once a month.
Yeah.
Hear me out. The new trend is ghost dads, 30, 35, 40. Most of these aren't the 19, 20-year-olds. These are in their 30s and close to 40. Pregnant, celebrating everything, and you scroll all up and down. There is no man nowhere to be found. Or a baby was just born. There's no man nowhere even in the picture. That's the new trend that's going on.
Yeah, they want babies with no daddies.
2/3 of the women have a child and don't have a man. That's the new norm.
So Dusto, I agree with you. JT, I agree with you. But this gets back to everything I always say on this panel. Why are we always focused on women when it's clearly the men leading the charge on these fucking statistics?
I'll explain that.
Right? Because for this woman to brag about having all these gangbangs, there must have been 6 to 12 at a time of different dudes who engaged in that, who encouraged that, who initiated that, who did all of these different things, right? And if we're talking about a culture that women are now liking, we have to remember that women do shit based on what they think guys want them to do.
No,
natural leadership within society. So it's like, at what point are we going to start going hard in the paint?
They still have to be held accountable.
No, I can explain it. Go ahead, Black Man.
If I walk into a store and I go rob a store at gunpoint, and then when the police come and get me, I'm gonna say I robbed this store because my daddy raised me up in a violent home. I'm still going to fuck the jail. If these women are out here doing stupid shit just because men allow it, they still have to be responsible for what they do with their pussy. That has
right, but at the end of the day,
accountable, both parties.
But then here's the thing. No.
I'll explain it, Queen Snarly. It's pretty easy.
We keep talking about being held accountable, but at the end of the day, we just talked about the Greeks and the Romans and whatever the hell they did. Guess what? At that time, it wasn't illegal. A single woman consenting to whatever the fuck she is with a bunch of other single dudes isn't illegal. You know what is illegal? Not paying your fucking child support. You know what it is illegal? Being a fucking deadbeat dad.
But it's not moral.
Committing.
Whoa. You're missing. You somebody failed to hear it out. 50-something of men are single and childless. A lot of men are married that have children. The higher the income levels you go, the less baby daddies you see. In my income bracket, all my friends, there's one friend of mine that has a child. One. The rest are married and have children or single and childless. The one friend is fighting and doing everything he can to get custody, showing this is who the men are when you go up. When you go down, or which means women are, let's be real, women are getting stuck, drilled, bent over, and stuck by everybody. Up, down. Broke dudes, rich dudes, all of them. That means people who are doing something that are building aren't putting kids out there in the street because they got something to lose and they are leading and making wise decisions. Or they're saying, I don't want no kids, I'm not doing it. So that means if some people like us are saying, no, we're not doing that, that means Raw Dog Ronnie, Curve Dick Roosevelt, and Blow Your Back Out Bobby are just slinging all kind of reckless meat, jumping from the free throw line, no draws on. Dude's wearing one draw and his meat hanging out the side, sticking in a loose vagina, emptying out his whole scrotum in any chick that he can find.
One draw.
Damn, sideways.
One draw.
One draw. Singular. God.
No, but here's the other thing. Not only are they doing it, but they're doing it again. After they finish putting the kid, they go get in the chick already got, they're sticking it in anything.
Right, and so Dusto, see, that's the thing, especially
when you're talking about the economic. You're talking about men who you can't hold accountable. They're so dusty, don't make a difference.
But Dusto, when you was talking about that economic ladder, everything you said was 100% true because that bears out in the statistics. Because the more educated and the more money you make, the less kids that household tends to have. Right, and obviously
this is why.
Right, and obviously the more impoverished you are, you tend to have more kids amongst the household. But we're not talking about that from, I guess, that aspect. We're talking about it from more of the toxic culture situation, right? And so, Dusto, what you was talking about, it's like, that's why I be holding dudes accountable, because these women. Does the man that sees that woman got 2 kids by 2 different dudes, why did he willingly become the third one?
Which dudes are you talking? No, you're talking about super dust. Men who are productive are not over there with the super dust. They're not there.
No. In order for a woman to have multiple baby daddies, that means that one dude had to bust up in her knowing she already had the previous. Correct?
I get that, but this is the thing.
Men are not over there with them dudes. Them dudes are over there with the women raised out there out of control.
But
me and JT aren't dealing with these dudes.
But we can't walk over this one. We can't walk over this one right here, Tyrus. It's overwhelmingly more women than it is men now. That's what's crazy. It should never be more. It should never be more women. It should never be women having more children than men.
There's more women in this country than men.
Yeah, you're right.
But you have men that take care of more than one family. Name one woman that took care of more than one family.
I think there's a lot, bro. There's a lot of black women who
took care of more than one family.
Yeah, they took care of their family.
But you're an anomaly. What I mean by this is this. What I mean by that is this. Listen. No, you had black men that were doing it. He had somebody on the east side. He had somebody on the west side. Listen, what I'm saying, bro.
You're talking about slavery to Roost. You're talking about slavery to Roost.
Bro, I'm talking about
the 1950s and the 1960s when the black.
No, I ain't even talking about. We ain't even got to go that far back. We ain't even got to go that far back, bro. We can go in the 80s and 90s. We got men that have more than one family that they take care of. You got men. What do you think child support is? What do you think? This man still takes care of multiple. He takes care of multiple families. It's not like he's going taking care of his nieces and nephews and stuff. This man had children with multiple women and have multiple kids with these multiple women. And that's
we just have a panel talking about those same men.
Now, what I'm saying is that that used to be the rule. We always talk about it. A man can have 100 damn kids per term. How many kids can a woman have per term? One.
JT, do you think the problem is the amount of kids or the amount of ghosting?
Hold on, just a second.
Because I think when Dusto's talking about ghosting, that's the biggest.
Hold on. We got illuminated revelation in the building tonight, man. I did not want to bypass my boy in the corner.
My bad.
He's hiding in the dark. Brother? And he hiding out in the corner. So what's going on, my brother?
Barbecue.
So what are your thoughts on Miss Toulouse on the video tonight? What are your thoughts? And then we'll get back to the panel. Go ahead.
He's hiding because he hit it too. Go ahead. You muted.
Dust.
Dusto, you wrong as hell. Anyway, salute to the other men and beautiful lady on the panel. Minus Dusto. But anyway, I watched the video several times that you played, and I was eating my healthy meal as always, salmon and salad, and had my water.
Salute.
And it was like I had to go with Mandrell, and I believe Trussell said, there's nothing you can do for her. And it goes to show you, to DL's point and Teru's point, the reason why there's a decline in the birth rate is because most of this generation are not family oriented. Yeah, they're babies out of wedlock, but you have to understand the agenda 2030, agenda 2050, the UN, Davos, and all the rest of those. It is a depopulation, and not to get you flagged or anything, black man, but due to the things that happened over the last 2 years, the fertility rate, which has medically been proven, is going to, they say by 2030 we'll be lucky to have any children at all because of what happened the last 2 years. And I'll just leave it at that, having to do with a certain thing that that certain people took. So to Turo's point, it is an agenda of depopulation, So yeah, with her doing what she's doing, yeah, she's fine. But like you say, she'll be going to Security Boss and some of the other distinguished women crying, talking about, she can't find a man and she can't do this. But this is why in this space we're having these conversations. And it amazes me for those of us who are married, and we try to advise the single people, we try to advise them, well, I was told I was obsolete, I don't matter anymore. But let me get this straight. We're complaining, the single women are complaining that they can't find no good women. The men saying they nothing but a 304s, but yet the passport bros is going overseas to find a wife. But you don't want to listen to some people who've been married successfully and want to give you advice in reference to how marriage works. I know there's different times, but I say this all the time when I come on these panels. The institution of marriage has not changed. It is still for better or for worse, even though you want to modernize it and you want to call them partners and everything like that. That is your wife and that is your spouse and that is your helpmeet. So if you want to go on and redefine what marriage is and all that, go ahead. But good luck with that over the next 10 years and talk to me for those of us who will be successfully married on down the road. But yeah, she's going to have issues. And the thing, to like JT's point, back in our day, I was talking to a friend of mine's about this. Back in the day, we was discreet. And JT's right. Everybody knew about Mr. Jones had a whole nother family on the other side of town. That was nothing new. And they all met up at the funeral when he died. That was nothing new. But it was more discretion. But we try to tell the young people, you guys got Snapchat, Instagram, and y'all can't keep your mouth shut. So your stuff is being broadcast all on Facebook and everything. Well, we knew that, old boy was parking his stuff around the corner. Everybody knew he was going around to Miss Mabel's house.
Even the wives knew.
Yep, even the wives said, you go tell your daddy you need to get his butt down here. I need this. But women were more discreet. But then the modern women say, y'all were fools. But they kept the family unit together. It's either Madia or Big Mama. Everybody kept the family unit together. It was either a matriarch or the patriarch back in our day. But now and I heard you was talking about the little boy that shot his mother. That's what we're dealing with now. Mr. Spock came in and said, spoil the rod and spare the rod and spoil the child, and putting people on timeout. No. And you see what that got us. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to listen to us OGs and us old heads, but all I know is I got the hell beat out of me, when I was growing up. So that's why I turned out the way I did. Never been arrested, never been to jail, don't have no record. And I think I turned out okay. So all you brothers that want to live about that life, you have at it. God bless you. You sisters want to be about that. Okay, have at it, And then when we old and getting our Social Security, sitting in the Bahamas, drinking, our cocktails, chilling. I just don't understand. I'm so lonely. God, my cat don't even like me anymore. Jesus, help me. No, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with that. Leave my Lord out of it. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
you had your chance.
Right. And let me add to that. I'm going to tell you about my wife. We went to her dad passed away. We went to his funeral. My wife was a product of him having fun on the weekend. Right. At the funeral, we're all sitting there. Everybody's scared to sit with each other because they know what kind of life this man had. And the lady got up and she said, I'm going to address, she got up there, in Louisiana, we have this thing, 2 minutes of expression. So the lady got up to do the 2 minutes of expression and she said, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I said, oh shit. And I just looked down and said, oh my God, this lady finna embarrass everybody. She said, everybody know that this man love women. And she said, we're not going to sit here and have all these brothers and sisters in here that don't know each other. She said, if you are a product of this man and he took care of you and your mama, stand up. And I had my head down and my wife bumped me. She said, look up. I looked up, you could have had a mask, the Mississippi Mass Choir. It was kids
No, man.
everywhere. And my wife met sisters and brothers she didn't even know existed at the funeral. At the funeral. My wife thought she was the baby of all of his kids.
I can't wait till we get in the back chat.
She was not the baby. She had a sister and a brother in New Orleans that were twins. She had another set of a brother and sister over here, bro. I mean, it was so many kids in this funeral, bro.
Not everywhere, everywhere.
And I'm looking up. I'm like, I asked my wife. I said, "Baby, you finna meet all your new brothers and sisters?"
You so messy,
right? You know,
you are just so messy.
And so, but guess what? For years, what JT was saying, JT, I think he walked away for a little bit. But for what JT was saying about men taking care of different families, this man financially took care of all these kids, and the women vouched for it. He come over, bring me $50 for the baby, $20 for the baby. He come over and spend time with the baby, take the baby out, walk in, take the baby to the park. All these kids got a piece of this man. Even the kids that was in New Orleans, they said he would drive down to New Orleans and see these kids, bro. He took care of all them fucking kids, bro. I think it's like 26 of them.
But BM, this is what I'm saying. Like with you, Dusto, and JT, that was true back then. Now, what Dusto's talking about with ghosted fathers,
yeah,
at least the dads were there. At least the father, even if they were shit. Look, I understand there's still toxic two-parent household, but at least the men were present. For the last 30-something years, we've just had straight up ghosted dads, just straight up absent parents. And so right now you got a whole bunch of young men trying to raise themselves and single mothers doing the best they can. And that's the problem. Like, that's my thing. There's a lot of dudes who are shit in relationships, but they really good fathers.
Yeah, exactly. I know a bunch of them.
But the problem is that we got a culture right now that's encouraging this ghosted shit.
It's not even so much as that the culture is encouraging the ghosted stuff. I think women have some type of complex. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called, and I don't know what's happening. But this whole independent, I don't need a man. I just want a baby that's gonna love me unconditionally. I just want something of my own. Somebody, when we were talking about this last week, they put in the chat saying that some of these women just want somebody that's not gonna tell them no, and that's gonna be there for them. Blah 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 blah. That old sorry old song, because these women have an issue with themselves. They're not loving themselves enough, so they're looking for something to love them, and so they think they can find that in a child. But let me tell you something, single women who out here just randomly having these babies, who think that this child is gonna love you unconditionally, let me tell you what these little children are gonna do. All right, we started this conversation about a mother who poured tremendously into her son, and her son ended up deleting her. Okay, exactly. That's one of the problems that happened. Another problem that happened, these children grow up and they become independent individuals with their own mind, and guess what? They gonna shit on every idea of you and every thought of you once they fall in love with somebody else and go on. They're also gonna go off to college. They're gonna become their own people, start their own lives and their families, and guess what you're gonna be doing?
By yourself.
What you say, illuminated revelation? Oh, I can't believe, why is this happening to me? Tell you why it's happening to you. You have a false sense of love. It starts within. People you have, and I say people as a whole, because you have men who are out here spreading the seed like they watering their lawn, thinking if it's enough of me going around shit, I'm gonna live forever. Guess what? When you're deleted from this world, you're deleted. Okay, most of these children are not even going to know who you are because you're randomly out here slinging it. Okay, Curve Dick Roosevelt. Okay, and these children are not going to care about you. These women are not going to show up to your funeral like they did back in the day, and everybody ain't going to stand around and be like, you know what, this was a great person. Okay, you're going to be that one where somebody going to stand up and be like, y'all, come on now, stop all that crying, because y'all know this nigga want shit no way. You're going to be that person. So figure out who you are for yourself. Love yourself, okay? Let's start doing some self-reflecting and stop doing this ignorant stuff like saying, I just need a bunch of hands on my body because I'm a goddess. That is not reality, okay? You got some stuff that you need to deal with.
Yeah, Queen Smiley, there's going to be people who have something and do something decent over here, and there's going to be a stockpile of victims. Victims are breeding victims.
Totally get it. Totally get it. But here's the thing, Dusto. We grow up, okay, and we have a choice to surround ourselves with eclectic individuals who have eclectic experiences that we can kind of pick and choose how we want to gauge how we live our lives.
A black
if
man.
You're choosing to stay in that same brokenness. This is the problem I have with these men also who have the same rant. I got 5 baby mamas and all of them ignorant and they got me on child support. Guess what? It's not a baby mama problem. It's a you problem. Because guess what you keep doing? You keep raw dogging these sorry type of women and you're expecting a different result. It's insanity. You're crazy as Hades if you think you're going to keep doing the same thing and get a different result. Same thing for you ladies. You out your mind if you think you're gonna be out here slanging nookie, okay, and somebody gonna snatch you up and wipe you up and change your life. Do the work.
I think we brought this up before. I think I asked one of the panels.
Bring this up.
Yeah, I asked one of the panels on one of the shows. I said, "Well, what happened if we were to take away the child support aspect?"
They gonna stop doing it because some of them are doing it for a career.
Yep,
exactly. I think it'll get worse.
Wait, hold on, Queen Smiley. We ain't gonna.
Actually, it'll get worse.
We're not gonna walk past what Queen Smiley just said. Queen Smiley said, I didn't say it. I believe it, but I didn't say it. Queen Smiley just said, some women use child support as a career. Now watch this. I know a few women like Queen Smiley. You know, we know some few. We from the same hood. We from the same town.
Between the SNAP benefits and the child support, they're very selective at who they're late with because they know what they finna get.
Yeah, exactly.
So for you truck drivers who out here going around here slinging trucks, okay, for you men who have arrived and you think Susan Lou who really like you like that, baby, and you done told her your life story, how you've elevated and how you've acquired so many things. Sis ain't interested in your ugly behind, okay? And I'm granted some men are just ugly. I'm just gonna be real honest.
Oh my.
Okay, they're not truly interested in your ugly, overweight self because they just like your personality. Granted, some people have a beautiful personality, and yes, you can attract so many people because of that. But sis really ain't feeling you like that. Sis is feeling the outcome. Some people are looking for the comfort. Some people are looking for the resources that you have to offer. Be careful, my black men. Stop going around here slinging your Johnson out there. Want me to tell you how you can pick these people out? You're going to check her on something that you truly don't like about her. And the moment you do, guess what she's going to do, JT? Cuz don't tell me I ain't need you anyway. Cuz I was out here Tell me I'm lying.
You cockeyed fat motherfucker, you.
Tell me I'm lying. She gonna say something very disrespectful to you. Yes. And guess what you gonna do? You gonna excuse it. She was just mad and tripping. It's all right. Guess what? No, she wasn't. She spoke how she felt. She said it off her chest. And guess what? I wanted to call you something, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm a lady. But you my guy. Okay? You the problem. Your weak behind is the problem. You allowing it.
Now, Queen Smiley, hold on. Woo, let me add something. I'm gonna let y'all cook.
Yeah, then I got a question.
SSI too. Oh yeah. Y'all having these folks.
There's a young lady that I work with that does the same thing. She makes good money, but this is what she said. And what I don't do, I don't involve myself in those female conversations. But when we having meetings and we have to go into the big conference room and they're in a group talking, I just sit and listen and take mental notes. She said, girl, you know, it's a guy that comes in, you know how in a bank that when we do shreds, we put them in a lock shred box when they come and pick the shreds up and go and shred them, right? And so we put them in the box and the shred guy comes in and every day he come in, she be like, you know, he wear glasses, look kind of nerdy. We got little tattoos on his arm. So she filling them out. Then all of a sudden, she said, oh, yeah, I'm going to get him. And she said, oh, yeah. She said, girl, you said you don't like men like that. I ain't got to like him, but I heard they made real good money. And she said, girl, how you going to get him? She said, nothing, just act all shy. I'm listening to the blueprint. I'm going to act all shy first, get with him, you know what I'm saying, cuddle up with him. You know, find out some deep things about him, make him feel like I'm interested, make him feel like I'm loving on him, make him, go out to dinner with him, hold his hand, let him do his chivalry thing.
It's a long game.
I'm gonna look him in his eyes when I talk to him. I'm over there like this. In my head, I'm saying, bitch, I'm gonna look him in his eyes, make him feel like he's important. All you got, girl, y'all don't know. She over there teaching the girls, girl, y'all don't know. All you gotta do is make a man feel important, make him feel like you love him, hold his hand, caress his hand while y'all at the movie standing in the line to get your tickets, cuddle up with him, make him feel all warm and fuzzy. And then she said, after you get in and he make you a part of his financial life, she said, then you get the money, you get the bread. She said, if a baby come out of it, you think about it, you getting bread for life. This is women in the
I had an older woman tell me in the 90s, find you a man that love you more than
90% of them, that's not what they're doing.
And guess what? You're gonna always be straight.
Find your man that does what now?
Love you more than you love him. And you'll always be straight. Older women put that game out a long time ago. I'm like, child, please.
So you know what?
I need a little something more than
this
that.
This isn't what people are doing now.
Granted, that's not what people are doing now, Dusto.
There's a very small percentage of women that are actually tracking.
What I said earlier
most
is
of them
what
are just
people
being
doing.
reckless.
Yeah, very
That's
reckless.
not true, Dusto.
With the whole independent thing.
Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say.
Those with the money don't have kids. Or they're married with children. It's a small percentage of men who got money, who got victim kids out there. It's a small percentage. Most of them are in the street, you know, it's Raw Dog Ronnie or Busto Krusty Sam over there. But the other thing is this: if you get rid of child support, people keep thinking, it's usually men who say this, we's gonna get rid of child support because these women's. If you look at how a woman thinks and how a man thinks, it's honestly depressing. I've been in dust panels where men are really saying, well, so-called men, they want to stick it raw and then blame the court because the woman got pregnant and she said, I want to keep it. Meaning, the system already is what it is. And men are getting crucified for sticking their meat in dark holes, and they still won't stop doing it.
Now, Dusto,
what would happen if you took that law away?
Now, hold on, Dusto. Let me say this.
Look at the way women think.
But Dusto, let me say something from a man that was married in a marriage, and I went to child support court. They raped me. And I was married in my kids' life, in seeing them every day, picking them up, spending time with them. I was that dad, and I went to court, and they fucking put an unlubricated broomstick up my motherfucking ass.
No, I got you.
But
I'm saying most kids are not you and JT. Go ahead.
But that same system fucked me though. That same system fucked me though.
No, I got you. But I'm saying 80% of the kids aren't by you and JT. They're by Raw Dog Ronnie and Carter Dick Roosevelt.
But
the women don't even go after these men for child support.
Yeah, women are out here complaining about how dudes ain't shit. So I'm trying to figure out, like,
this is what I'm saying.
Somebody's out here. Somebody's out here.
Hold on, let Illuminated Revelation go right quick. You can come in. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, to Queen Smiley's point, there is a thirst trap. There is a money trap. There's a money trap. What do you think has happened with the NBA? Major League
What's the percentage?
Football?
That's such a rare amount of dudes.
You're talking about 5%, if even 5%.
What I'm saying is, to your point, Tozo. What I'm saying is this: what you just said. There are women out here complaining. Queen just told you, and Black Man just said what the game is. Yeah. Okay, so yes, the small percentage is going for the high value man. You get in these spaces. What is the criteria? No. Listen to what I'm saying though, Dusto. He's got to be 6 foot. He's got to be this. He's got to be that. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's got to have this amount of money. He's got to have this.
That doesn't play out in real life. In
right.
real life, it is
average
people married to average people. Y'all know that, right? The majority
hear me
of
out.
the world.
Hold on.
Yeah, hear me out. I'm gonna land it. If that was true, where are the kids now? Why are they in low income housing? Because there's all these high value men making all this money. It's a trap.
No, Dusto,
Didn't work out.
But this is what you're not understanding.
No, I'm saying is most of them weren't these dudes.
Let me tell you what the kids are. They're adults now, and they're doing the same fucking thing that their parents were doing.
And see,
but
listen to what Smiley and Black Man said. When they're talking about the snap and all that, all you talking about is from the 60s and 70s, the graduation from the welfare queens. I was around that. It wasn't a magazine that came out in Jet, a story that some welfare queen or queens was getting caught. So all they did was they took that game and updated it, put a little computer in it, put a little technology with it. It's the same game with
No, you're missing it. If a woman gets pregnant by me, she's not going to be on welfare because of what I make. Therefore, if the women are on welfare, who's sticking their meat in there? Broke Dick Bobby. He ain't got no job. That's most of the women.
See, you have to understand.
Lower income sticking it.
Yeah, but you're missing the
higher
point,
income, no kids.
Yeah, but you're missing the point, though, Dusto. It's a two-pronged attack, whether it be child support or welfare. The whole plan and the agenda was to get the black man out of the house. Period. That's it. That's the bottom line. When
that's not true either.
Oh,
I think I agree. I agree where you're coming from, brother. It happened. I don't think that was the plan when Johnson put that in effect. It was a byproduct, and maybe there were people who were like, well, let's just keep this going. I believe that, brother Dusto. To your point,
that's true.
Being in family court, I'm here to tell you, I belong in that quote unquote high value man category. There were a lot of high value men sitting in court. There were a lot of Dusties in there. There was some Tyrones and Pookies and Ray Rays in there as well. But there were a lot of high value men like Brother Black Man, like myself, like Brother JT, sitting in there getting wrecked. You know what I mean? Not only were we getting wrecked by the state, but we coughing up how much money we coughing up per hour for these attorneys sitting next to us who in on the game. My biggest thing is don't hate the players, ladies and gentlemen. Hate the game. Let's change the game.
I asked this question on the panel and nobody asked this or answered this question. What is the definition of a high value man? Because I keep hearing this word and it don't line up with what my image is right now.
In the red pill zone, a high value man is a man that makes $100,000 over a long period of time. He's in the six figures over a long period of time.
At least 5 years.
At least 5 years.
It's actually 10,000 a month. It's not just 100,000.
Yeah, right. At least 10 grand a month for 5 years. You're established as this. You established as high value. But hold on, before we get into the high value, I will say this: if you're at work, I used to work a long time ago. I used to work. What do you call it? When you call it, give people money. Come on, y'all. I got a brain fart. When you call
is it a title loan place?
Debt collector.
I'm not going to help you make.
So you would call these people, and when you call them, every time you get somebody on the line, they will pay you. Every time you get somebody on the line, they will pay you. Well, they came up with an incentive to pay us, and then after a while, they say, you know what? We're just gonna give you guys an hourly. We're not gonna pay y'all that big money we was paying y'all to get the people on the phone.
Cause y'all figured out how to get that shit.
Exactly. So watch what happened. When they killed the incentive, everybody stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The point I'm trying to make is, if the world today, like man, I'm just gonna allude to what DL Saint and Dusto was saying about to allude to. If today, can you imagine Queen Smiley, Tyrus, Mr. Bennett, Illuminated Revelation, Mandrell, JT, and Dusto? Can you imagine if there were no incentives for making children? These women will shut these men.
Ain't nobody gave me no incentive for having no kids.
No, I'm saying
trust me, it would get worse.
Can you imagine? No. Can you imagine how many women? You think a woman will open her legs to a man, let him skeet in her if she knew she couldn't get food stamps, child support, or any type of government assistance?
That was policy.
Hey, black man.
If she don't
I'm
need
gonna
it.
tell you right now, she ain't doing it.
Hey, black man, hear me out. Somewhere in another continent with different laws, somebody's saying, do you know how many men would stop sticking their meat in these women if they actually got crucified in the court? Somebody's saying that. In America, they're saying it's like, no, they're going to do it anyway. And I'm telling you, yes, they are.
Here's the thing, just real quick.
Men won't stop doing it. What if you put the power into the illogical side with the women? They're worse.
I'm saying, but women control sex, right? Because without them saying yes, you can't poke. So
and not only that, brother, they control who gets born in this country.
So if they know they're not going to, if a woman knows, if I go and have sex with a woman tonight, and she know if this man's in the back of her head, because women, they don't forget shit. So if a woman know in the back of her head, if this nigga skeeting me, I can't get child support, I can't get food stamps, I can't get government funding, I can't get Section 8. Shit,
and I can't kill the baby.
You're not gonna have sex with me.
It won't change.
I'll tell you
But
that.
see, that's what I was saying about that, and thanks for DL for the policy. That's what I was saying. It's actually the Rockefeller Foundation that said we must get the two-parent household out of the household, so the children can raise themselves. Now there was a specific demographic that they targeted to, like DL was saying. So here's another point.
After the fact.
Well, that was after the fact, because
After the fact.
You're right. The Rockefellers did say, let's get the women, separate the household so women can get jobs so they can pay taxes. It really was just that juvenile and small. They wanted women to get jobs so they could pay taxes.
Right.
And the government collects more tax money.
Right.
But then when they saw what was happening, they're like, oh shit, really? It was like everything else that happened was a happy accident. Like the stuff you're about to get into now, where you going with it? All that was a happy accident, and he took advantage of it.
And I want to hear that part from brother.
Yeah, he's going in right. He's in the right direction.
Illuminated. I want to hear that.
Yeah, he's in the right direction.
What you have to understand, and this is why I say when you study history, I was like I say, I'm a part of that generation. There were more black families back then, So, if you study the FBI, COINTELPRO, and all these other agenda programs. You have to look at, as they separated the families, they said, okay, like to Mandrell's point, yes, we're going to get more taxes. So that gives us more incentives, more money. But when they incentivize to, like what Black Man is saying, more women, more babies, more money, more food stamps, more benefits, Section 8. So there's a lot of, in these panels, what happened was, the black man was kicked out and the government became their sugar daddy. So I remember many times as a paper boy, hey, we getting ready to get inspected. You can't be here. Hide all his stuff. They would go in, inspect the house, check everything out. Boom. So he was making good money back then. I came from in the Industrial Revolution.
That's not true. That's not true unless they're abusing the benefits.
Hold on, Dusto. My sister came to Texas to start her life over. Her and her man. I said, they came here, got them a little apartment or whatever. They were a nuclear family now. She came here and said, we can't make it on what we have, so I got to get some type of assistance. The first thing they asked my sister, my wife took her, and my wife called me and said, you ain't gonna believe this shit. My wife took her and to get government assistance and sat down with the lady. The lady asked her these questions. How long have you been here? 3 months. Okay, great. How many children do you have? We have 3. She said, you said we. She said, yeah, me and my fiance. She said, oh, is he here with you? She said, yes. She said, okay. She writing. She said, are you guys living together? She said, yes. She said, I don't think we'll be able to, because there's so many other women that need the assistance. So we won't be able to help you if there's a male living in the home who is able to go out and work and get a job. Watch this. Hold on.
I agree. That's the point.
So
go ahead.
Right. So but they were struggling, right? So then she said, well, so then the lady said, but if you really want, you know how they is. But if you really want, my wife said, you ain't gonna believe this. She said, if you really want to make sure, she said, we can get you about $450 a month. She said, but you can't list him on any paperwork whatsoever. She said, you got to take him off. And she said, he can't be on the address and he can't live there with you.
I got one even better.
No, you're only proving the point of the false narrative.
I'm finna land it. She said, in order for us to even successfully approve you for this, for housing and or food stamps to feed the children, you have to today file child support on him today.
Yep.
I was
married. I need you to put him on child support. She told my sister, you got to put him on child support today. And once you put him on child support, they'll see that you have already put him on child support, and then we can approve your food stamps.
No, black man, you're talking about 2 married people and an able working man. That's not they're not supposed to be.
I'm telling you right now, I was married. My husband and I worked at the time, and I applied for Medicaid, not even SNAP, not even what do they call that other benefit?
A wig and all.
TANF,
Mister.
TANF, I think that's what they call it out here. But Literally, it was just Medicaid because it costs too much for us to add the baby on the insurance for work. So we applied for Medicaid. You know what they told me? I would have had to put my husband on child support. I would have at least had to file the paperwork in order to get Medicaid. We were married, living in the same household, and both working. Granted, our income wasn't over that because it's Louisiana. Black man, you know what Louisiana was paying back then.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about, okay, y'all are making, the way they keep saying the narrative is if they knocked on the door and say, excuse me, sir, are you married? That's your wife and your 5 kids? You're a black man, so you got to leave. No, nobody ever knocked on my grandparents or any of my uncle's doors. 12 families. My grandfather had 12 kids. The other one had 6. Nobody ever knocked on the door and said, you're black, get out.
Desto.
These are men and they were working.
No,
Wait a minute, man.
Were they on government assistance, that's all?
What'd you say?
Were they on government assistance?
No, the point of government assistance is not a man and government assistance. That's how it always was.
No, I'm saying, but the only way they knocked at your door and came and inspected your house to see if there was a man there, if you were getting assistance from the government.
Exactly.
Because if you were living in a
project, out on the street, but the men aren't supposed to be there because you're getting government assistance.
No, but hold on. Dusto, I just did a show. Wait, hold on. I just did a show on this, Dusto. I did a show in 1986. They had this whole thing, the advantage of the black family. One of the biggest things that they were doing was preaching that you don't need a fucking man.
That's different.
And listen, this was in Newark, New Jersey, where they were living in a project. That was the whole thing. If you lived in that project, there was going to be a doggone social worker that was going to come in your house unannounced, and they were going to come there to make sure that you did not have that man in that house.
And that's what Shahrazad Ali was talking about in her book. She said
that was Claudine 1975.
Yeah, there were neighborhoods built just for women that men couldn't even enter into. There were neighborhoods built for women. There was housing built just for women that men couldn't even come into the damn neighborhood. That's what Shahrazad, that's what she was talking about in her book. If you read her book, it's in there. They built she said in Florida, they had housing where only women could be there. No husbands, no boyfriends. You couldn't go in there or you'll lose your funding.
Yeah, but right, man, how are the women gonna go over there? There's other places they can rent. Them and their husband both get a job and be working and living somewhere. How you gonna say no? We want the free projects, but we want the man too and his income.
Now watch this.
And then says the system kicked the man out.
Now that's all. There are laws being passed.
That's what I'm talking about, Queen Smiley.
But we just had a show about that. They have what's the guy in Iowa? Some senator in Iowa. Remember JT? We had the story. We did. The dude in Iowa right now went to Congress and Senate. Guess what he told them? He said, I don't think we should incentivize single moms no more. I think we should incentivize the struggling
families.
Couples.
They're pushing to incentivize families now.
Start giving the food stamps to the husband and wives, not these single mamas.
Middle class.
I actually agree. I'm just talking about the narrative.
We're gonna have to import if we implement some dumb shit like that. Oh my fucking!
I'm just talking about the narrative of throwing the men out.
If we ever do something that's fucking stupid, bro.
But here's the thing: America does all kind of stupid shit, brother. Truth, you know that. Come on, man. We serve the same army. We serve the same army.
But Tarus, now you got to be fair. If the husband working at Walmart and the wife working at Dollar General,
guys,
have enough money to feed their kids.
Well, then they need to work some more hours.
So much onus on these women. Y'all be acting like these women ain't on public assistance because these fucking dudes ain't in jail right now or fucking dead. Y'all be acting like these dudes.
But no, Tarus, you missed what I said. I said if the husband, hold on, Tarus.
That's why they on public assistance.
No, Tarus, you missed what I said, brother. Tarus, you missed what I said. I said the husband.
Man, y'all just be blaming women.
Tarus, listen, you're not listening, bro. I'm saying there's husband and wives right now where the husband is out. Right now, he worked during the morning at Dollar General.
Bro, that's what we got. 330 plus million people in this country.
Right.
At the end of the day, the statistics say there are more women than men in this country. Fact. The statistics say women are getting more educated than men in this country. Fact.
That ain't facts. That ain't facts.
No, that is true. Women are more educated. They still make less money though.
Yo, come on, man. Y'all cut it out. Cut it out.
No,
cut it out.
No. That's no. Women are the most educated, but no,
but they make less money.
Overdoses are up.
The women
because they're the most.
They're the most enrolled.
Listen, they're the most enrolled. They're not the most graduated.
Hold on. Wait.
What gender commits the most suicide in this country? What gender commits the most homicides in this country?
Me.
Here's a hint. It ain't women.
Right.
So your argument.
This is not a man versus
You're arguing something different. You're arguing a whole different argument, though.
But this is not a man versus woman argument. We're different people, bro. So we have to reel it back in first and foremost. Yes, we have this whole thing. When you start talking about women are the most educated and all that shit, it still doesn't matter because they're the less paid. They're the least paid. But if we get into that and we go down that rabbit hole, we talk about something totally different. I would like to still talk about these girls that want to be, and these women that want to be hoes. That's the thing. And they're being incentivized to be hoes.
JP, it's not about the JT, it's not about the incentivized. That's what men are saying, as if women think like men and sit down and draw out maps of financial plans. They're not doing that.
No. What I mean, hold on. This is what I mean by it.
And they're getting bent over. They're not thinking about money, finances, none of that. They're just getting stuck.
Let's go back to that video. Do you think? Hold on. Do you really think that there's only 12 goddamn women that is talking the way that this woman is talking right now in America, especially Black Americans?
It ain't nowhere
Black American women.
It ain't nowhere near the majority.
White women getting bent and stroked and tossed. Look at Girl Gone Wild.
Hold on, bro.
Those college Becky's.
How old is Tyrus? How old is your daughter?
14 and 12.
Dusto, how old is your daughter?
Tyrus, I got a 14-year-old girl too.
I don't have any kids.
All right, I got a 25. I got a 26. I got a 26-year-old, and I got a 20-year-old. Okay. I be around what the fuck I be seeing. Let me tell you, these girls is out of their fucking mind now. Not my daughters, but huh?
Of course I know that. I was in college. I was there.
No, you was in college. Hold on. You was in college in your era. Hold on, bro.
I know they got worse. We all know that.
Let me get to where I'm saying. You was in your era.
Right, they got worse.
In my era, I look at these young kids' era. I'm talking about anywhere from 18 to 30. These motherfuckers are disconnected, and most of them are hypersexual. Women and men, both. You think it was bad during your time? I thought it was bad during my time. No, it's terrible. Let me tell you what.
I know that.
So let me tell you what's terrible about it. It's not going to be a problem when we're talking about children no more. Absolutely. What we're going to have a problem with is not having enough people on this earth, because they ain't gonna be doing none of that shit. You're gonna have people getting they gonna be doing the vasectomies. You're gonna have girls out here, they're already doing BBLs. They about to start doing BBLs with their goddamn uterus. They about to start doing all kind of we're gonna have a problem.
That's beside the point.
We're gonna have a problem with human beings being not only born, but born out of a test tube. These motherfuckers are gonna be born crazy. They gonna have no daddy, they gonna have no mama. All they gonna have is some damn them. They're gonna be right next to some goddamn steak.
No, JT, let's go back to the actual point that we're arguing. The point we're arguing is about them being on the system, and if we got rid of child support, would the women all of a sudden start making logical decisions? This is what I'm saying.
Two generations generation for that shit to really pop.
No, hear me out. The men are supposed to be the logical thinkers and the leaders and all that.
Yes, I agree.
Most of the men are victims, dusto crusties, and they act like women. So imagine what the women are who are supposed to be logic and are way illogical. They are not sitting down making educated
inbox your DM, sure.
They're not making educated, logical decisions.
Argument, though.
They're not making it based on system and benefit. That's not what they're doing.
But it's a chicken and egg argument. We're saying putting the onus on the man, and then we'll say,
that's not what I'm saying.
You damn right. And here's
I'm not talking about putting the onus. I'm talking about the behavior itself. Women, how they're acting now is not based on
Go ahead and finish this though. We do one mic because everybody in the chat said that y'all screaming at each other. So everybody
This won't
just go
happen on
one
Talk
at
That Talk Tuesday when y'all have the ladies speak. It'll never happen.
No, I got you. My point is this: the women being 3 or 4 is getting turned out, bent
You
over,
got some
over
different type of women on there. It will.
It's not based on the financial. It is not based on the government saving them and making a logical decision. It's based on a bad behavior and a reckless decision. Not even thinking about the system. They're making a decision on today and don't even know what tomorrow is. That's what I'm saying. It got nothing to do with the system. Like they're sitting down being taught, if you do this, you'll get $4.3 in law. Because they still ain't making no money. That's all I was saying.
Y'all don't think that it at least changed like in two? I said 2 generations.
I just look outside the country. You look at Africa now. Like we all grew up watching them videos of the kids in Africa with the swole stomachs,
with the flies on their head.
You had clearly in poverty didn't even cover it, but you still had these kids being born. So whether you had assistance or not, that did not affect human behavior in terms of men having sex with women and women having these kids. I mean, it did nothing to, despite their extreme poverty. Third world didn't even cover it.
True.
And still,
because ain't nothing good as
humans
sex
to have sex and to reproduce. So
there's nothing better than sex.
Mr. Bennett, let's take a break for a second, guys. I want to say something. Mr. Bennett, I hear what you're saying about these African kids. And I used to have a heart for these kids. But I no longer have a heart for those kids with the swollen stomachs and the flies on their head, talking about they're hungry. Because at one time I told my wife, and she just laughed so hard she damn near wrecked the car. I told my wife, I said, baby, they said that they can feed 12 children for 36 cents a day. I said, baby, how about we trade in our 6 and just go get them and feed them for 36 cents a day? But watch this. One day I was watching you know how you get up in the middle of the night, you have to go
Don't laugh at that.
One night, JT, always finna get worse, JT. One night, I got out the bed. And you know how the TV be on in the middle of the night, you leave the TV on. I got up and they had that on. They said, look at little Armamaga. He's hungry. He's thirsty. He needs clean water. And I said, damn, look at them kids, man. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and send them something. Give me my debit card.
Anybody that's watching this is so not funny.
Your money went to Dr. Umar.
I said, let me get my debit card. So I reached down to get my wallet out the side drawer of my bed. And some said, "Fool, look at the TV." So I looked back up at Lil Waka Waba. I seen him, and they said this kid was hungry. But in the background, I seen 2 pigs walking behind him.
Look, if they were in the predominantly Muslim country, then I eat those pigs, bro.
There are no pork chops walking down the street. And
If they in Somalia or whatever, if it's a Muslim country, they're not eating pigs, man. So
I don't give it. Assalamu alaikum.
You Louisianian, you
Assalamu alaikum.
Just a minute. If I'm hungry and I'm a Muslim, I'm gonna say Assalamu alaikum. I'm gonna hit that fucking pig across here with that fucking hammer. I don't give a damn. If you hungry,
most
you gonna
cattle
eat.
in the world are in India. And it's a predominantly vegetarian country over there. So,
but Mr. Bennett, I ain't trying to be funny, y'all. But I seen them pigs walking down that street. I said, "Oh, I can't send them nothing." They talking about they're hungry and all the pork chops walking down the street. Look at all that bacon. Oh,
you ought to be ashamed, so country.
Oh no! But anyway,
bacon and pork chops. And...
Yeah, pork chop, bacon, pig feet, pig nose, pig tails, pig ears.
You got a football.
So anyway, guys, we do have some super chats. I need to take knowledge real quick.
It's ridiculous.
Queen Smiley, thank you so much. She said we in it to win it tonight.
For a small moment. We was in it.
Mr. Eugene.
Father forgive us.
Mr. Eugene's gonna file on a super chat. He said putting that information out there. This lady might be thirst trapping in her words. Okay. So, Lies, I'm gonna play this real quick because we haven't played this in a while. We need a laugh.
Oh,
Coach K, I know you watching. She's not feeling well. Coach K, I know you watching, sweetheart. This is for you. I told you I was gonna play this for you, so this is for you. The
Dear
church
Park.
dance. Every time she sees this, she says she's embarrassed of her people when she see this video. So Coach K, this is for you.
Cause all my life you have been faithful. Come on, get track. And all my life you have been so good. Every breath that I am living, I'm gonna see of the goodness of
All right. That was for Coach K. Coach K, that was for you. I hope you feel better, y'all. Y'all seen a shout out to Coach K. She wasn't feeling well. All right. So welcome to the show, my girl, Sheree. Seen you so long. What's up, girl? All right, good to see you. Can put the ladies up at the top real quick. Hold on, put them over at the top right quick. Move some
Hello,
things around.
How
Real quick.
you guys doing?
What's going on? What's going on? So listen, you've been watching the show, Sheree. Did you get a chance to watch the video of the young lady?
No, I didn't. I kind of came in late. I saw you were live, then I saw what you was talking about, and I was like, interesting topic.
Yeah.
So
let me
no, I
play it
didn't
for
get
you.
to see the video though.
Yeah, here it is.
For threesomes with two guys in the show over two girls and another guy.
That's very true. Give me all the. I like being ran, being manhandled by several different men at once. I'm sexually liberated, and I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body. I've already done 6.
Okay.
I've done 6, I've done 10, and I've done 12.
Okay.
All right. Look at your right face.
Yeah, you can tell she
Was
was
that a guy? Was that a guy that was like,
my
okay?
face. Now,
Was
I've
that a
been doing
dude
people
saying
been doing
okay?
train. I don't know who that was. I'm with you,
Hey,
JT. I
DL.
really want to know who that is giving okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because I know trains have existed for quite a long time. We stayed by the
Ever.
railroad track, you know. Hey, I originated in California and then, you know, came through Louisiana. So I know stuff has happened, but to hear somebody say this out loud, I'm sorry, it's so shocking.
So, Sheree,
Go
what do you
ahead,
have to say
Sheree.
about it? What are your thoughts? Take your time, baby. Take your time.
I mean, I can't. I'm just taken aback right now, and I don't even know how to process this. I really don't, because what?
Breathe, baby. Breathe.
Oh, beautifully animated just saw it, and I'm so glad she's not on this panel tonight. Shout out to you, beautifully animated. We appreciate you and we love you so much.
I gotta
go ahead. What's your
Where's
question?
her parents? And what are her parents like? Like, how did this happen? Like, I mean,
They said her mama was right there next to her. I'm lying. I ain't that.
But she really don't like her daddy. I can tell you that much.
the way some of these women are being raised, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, make that face, queen. Unfortunately, that's what's going on right now. I think, honestly, even when I post a little video of just a little of something, and my mama hit me up immediately. So I mean, what's your parents doing? That's why I don't reveal nothing, because I don't want to disrespect my parents. And that's honestly what a lot of people do. A lot of people don't do certain things because they don't want to embarrass their parents or have something out there that their parents wouldn't be proud of. So to me, that's my first question, and it's kind of. Ooh, that's kind of scary to look at. I ain't even gonna lie. It's scary. And I know we have OnlyFans, but ain't OnlyFans supposed to be secret? She was all out there with that, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, their own platform, right?
Yeah.
But can we entertain the fact that it could very well be that it had nothing to do with the parents?
Yeah, it's possible.
I think that she's just the way she
That's
is.
That's definitely possible.
So, I mean, that's like our main go-to. But what if she just is that? What do you call it? What's the term?
She's liberated. She's liberated. Like she said, she's liberated.
That's the oh gosh. No, nymphomaniac.
Nympho.
Yeah.
Nympho. What if she's just that? Is that possible?
No, not the way she was talking. Not the way she was
But
talking.
Mr. Bennett, that goes back to what we was talking about.
I mean,
she didn't mention child support in Section 8. She didn't mention any of that.
Hey,
That's
Tarus,
what
before you go,
said.
Tarus, 'cause I know you're gonna cook.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Tarus, this is for Tarus. Tarus,
It was just Mr. Bennett.
I looked. Hold on, real quick. This for you, Tarus, and I'm gonna let you cook. I just pulled it up because I've been looking for it for an hour, but I finally found it. There's a group of women that's on Facebook. There's a group of women that's on Instagram, and the name of their group is called Beautiful Bastards. And Beautiful Bastards are the ladies that want to have children, but do not at all want the father in their life. They want the father to sign their rights over as soon as the baby's born.
Like the Amazons.
That's not hard to find.
They just want they want just the kids. They don't want any commitments. They don't want marriage. They
They want that Nick Cannon.
Yeah, they want beautiful. They call them beautiful bastards.
They want that.
You like the Amazon women, right? That's
So-
the thing. They go into the cave. They
want
have
that young
sex
jock.
with the guy, and then they the baby. If it's a boy, then the man takes the sons. But if it's a girl, then the Amazonians keep the girl.
Right.
But
and
hold
so-
on, but brother Black Man, do they want the financial support?
They
Or
don't.
no?
They don't.
Okay.
Y'all
just
prove
want
my
the baby.
point.
They just want the baby. They want the dad
But
to sign
back
over
to
his
your
rights,
point,
and they just
Dusto,
want the
that's only a small group.
Man.
So
That's a small
again,
sliver,
I
bro.
want to
No.
go back.
Illuminated. If there was the case, all these high value men would be the ones putting out the kids, and all the broke dudes would be single and childless. But it's the opposite. It's not about the money.
Yes, bro. You missed.
This is
the
results.
point.
Results
Okay.
talk.
What we're
A lot of
talking
y'all
about,
dudes are scared of competition, bro. That's what it is. See, we live in a world now where women don't have to economically rely on a man. And a
What are
lot
you
of
talking
these
about?
dudes can't fucking can't
Oh,
do
that's
that.
that's
the
a lie,
reality.
bro.
That's the reality.
Dude, what are you
bro.
talking
Women
about?
are out
No,
here
hold on. I
killing
want him
it.
to
In this
explain it, guys.
country
Hold on.
and
Let's
in
don't jump on
Western
him right quick.
countries, women are out
Tarus,
here
Let me
explain when
finish
you say
my point.
competition. Tarus, explain what you mean by competition, bro.
So this is what I be trying to talk about because y'all always on this emotional stuff, but everything is about mechanicalism. When
The
we
hell are you
allow
talking
women
about?
back in, no, stop, because we allow women.
I'm
we
single with
allow
no
women-
kids. What are you talking
No,
about?
y'all want me to explain it, and then y'all keep cutting me off.
No, go ahead, Tarus. Go ahead. Let's give it to him, guys. Let's give it to him.
Women were allowed in the workforce up until the World War II vets came back, and then we had to push women back into the household because we needed to
Nigga
put
just
men
say
back
World War
in.
II.
Here we go, bro. Can I go? Can I
No,
go?
go ahead, Tarus.
My
Go ahead.
bad. My bad.
Everybody on mute because I know everybody want to say something. I'm on mute too. Go.
So anyway, once we allowed women back into the workforce, there was a huge amount of competition, but that was okay. You know what the problem was? Men was facing more competition against women in the more corporate environment. Why? Because the blue collar jobs, the manufacturing base, that got robbed from us from the men in the 80s. Things that are traditionally male dominant jobs got closed down in the Rust Belt states, sent to fucking China and Mexico, and then all of a sudden you had a whole shit ton of more people competing over less amount of jobs, which just happened to be more men against women. That's where you see a lot of this fucking divide coming from right now, because you see competition and resentment because that barrier between the free market and our social society got fucking destroyed when that corporate greed in the fucking 80s sent our manufacturing base overseas. And so right now we live in a world where most of the jobs necessary to sustain this economy does not need a swinging dick to do that. And a lot of you dudes can't fucking handle that some of these women are more organized than you. Some of these women could just flat out plot better than you. Some of these women know numbers better than you. Because guess what? The jobs required in the corporate environment doesn't require any testosterone. And until our manufacturing base gets brought back, and until men get especially black men, get our generational wealth back, guess what? We're going to have the same fucking panel 20 years ago because we have never established a foundation. We keep arguing about feelings.
Wait,
Hey.
Taru, are you addressing? Because I'm not.
just trying to figure out who's gonna build them buildings that they're gonna be working in. But listen, let's need to hear
Could
that
I,
there.
could I finish my
wanna-
point?
But are you addressing the panel? Because there's not one
I ain't
person
got
here.
nothing to do with any of this.
Hold on, JT. Hold on, Just
That ain't
Hold
me.
on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Can we hear Brother Illuminated? Because I want to hear his point.
Yeah,
You
go
know,
ahead, Brother Illuminate.
Well, see, he keeps talking about emotion, and what I've been trying to say since I came on the panel, there are 3 levels, and I've been saying this, and you can understand this, DL and Tarush. You should be able to understand this from a military standpoint: strategic, operational, and tactical. What we're doing right now is when we talk about these relationships, that's at the tactical level. That's the infantryman's level. We're going in, we fighting and all that. But before they were deployed, where did that stuff come from? It came from the strategic level, planning. Then it went down to the operational level. Then you got your op order and marching orders, and everybody was dispersed to do whatever. There's a chain of custody and a chain of command that all this stuff goes. I don't think, and that's what I was trying to get you to understand that. So I don't think from a civilian standpoint, everything I've been taught is from a military standpoint. And when you say that's not true, you have to understand this was strategically laid out. This was an agenda. We're looking at it now. Klaus Schwab, I mention this all the time. The Great Reset in the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Davos, the World Economic Forum, the Council of Foreign Relations, all these people have an agenda, okay? And we're not a part of it. If you don't believe, well, they just destroyed the Georgia Guidestone. Their agenda is to reduce the global population to 500 million people. So what they do is, in order to do that, you have to destroy the nuclear family. And when you said that there were not investigations back in the 60s and 70s when they were going in and inspecting welfare mothers' homes, you're wrong, because I watched them.
That's not what I said. Not even close.
No, let him finish. Let him finish. Then everybody
okay,
respond one
if
at
you
a time.
didn't, I concede that point. But all I'm saying is that stuff happened, and now we're seeing what we call a reaction to those policies and the agenda. That's what's happening. So what you have to understand, there is an unseen hand. The shadow government is what they call. You know, they put all these non-elected government officials are putting these things in place. All you got to do is just go read their Substacks and their papers. It's in writing. You know, they put this stuff out there. I got something on my desk now talking about the secret covenant, you know, and it lists everything that they're talking about, what they want to do. So when we have these conversations, I'm not getting it from an emotional standpoint. I'm getting it from a strategic and a policy and procedure. Shout out to Uncle Logic, because that's what he talks about. You've got to look at policies and procedures. How many know during this lame duck session, what major bill did they just pass? Anyone on the panel? That's the question.
There's some of it's besides the point. And I get that there's an agenda and stuff.
No, I asked the question, though, so I'm just being respectful.
No, I'm saying, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is they just passed the Safe Marriage Act. They just passed that.
No,
so
that didn't pass. Did I know they were working on it? They didn't get that.
No, bro, that passed.
No, it passed. It's going to Biden's desk.
Now, DL, because of your emotional reaction, I'll pass it to you. Go ahead.
It passed.
It changes everything, but you're absolutely right, brother. It's we're so bogged down in smoke and mirrors that we're missing the mission. Like, military guys understand mission. We understand what it means. We understand the sacrifices that goes along with these missions, and everyone. That's what that's what we're touching on. You know, and back in again when they came up, like the way the system is structured now, it's definitely going to change. I was saving this for my final thoughts, but I'll get it out real quick right now. Child support, as we know it, will change in the next 10 to 15 years. Why? Women are in college and graduating in higher numbers than men, right? It's not even close, right? They are going to be making more money than men, even with the so-called wage gap. When you factor that in there, the average woman is going to be making more money than the average man. She's going to have a child. She's going to get tired of that guy. Guess what? She's going to have to pay him child support. And when that starts happening in numbers across the board, that's when society is going to want to do something about it. They're not going to let one of the biggest and most powerful voting blocks pay for that sort of thing. Because right now, men get punished, but the system is based on money, period. Right? If you don't believe me, you can ask Halle Berry. You can ask Well, what's the name of the girl
Britney
from The View? You can ask Britney Spears. There's plenty of women out there paying child support and alimony right now.
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. That's what I was thinking. Mary J. Blige. Yes.
Kelly Clarkson is paying what's she paying? $200,000 up.
$200,000 a month.
A month.
Her package started out with her writing a check for like, I think it was somewhere between $2 and $5 million up front. So here's the thing. We see that the current system as it is now is not going to be beneficial to the average woman. I'm not trying to beat up on women. I'm just pointing out the facts, right? This is the situation on the ground. As soon as women start getting punished by the family court system, like men are getting punished by the family court system, they will change it. And I got some more for final thoughts, not just say one.
BM, can I respond to Dio real quick?
Yeah. Well, go ahead. I was going to respond and eliminate it.
Dio, I got a perfect solution.
Whoa, Terus, real quick. Let me say this. So earlier today, I saw a video. I was going to talk to you about this earlier, but it slipped my mind. I wanted to slip again. I'm getting old. There was these, not transgender people, but cross-dressers. What do you call them?
I don't know, part of the alphabet community. Like they got a letter, LBGTQ, whatever.
So yeah,
drag queen.
There you go. So they had a situation when we talk about agenda. They had the drag queens go read to the children at the school and to the boys and girls, and they told them they could be whatever they want to be. They had a meeting because I try to pay attention to all this stuff. They had a meeting with these other drag queens that do it professionally, and I was going to do a reaction on the next Monday. Maybe I still will, because we got to address these things. One of the drag queens says, I don't know what the fuck. This is his voice. I don't know what the fucking agenda is. I don't know who they got and did that. She said, but in our community, kids are off limits. She said, so those people that they got in there reading to them kids, I don't know who those men are dressed like women. She said, ain't a part of our community. She said, because what can a kid learn from a man dressing like a woman? She said they can't learn nothing.
That's a new thing,
us.
BM.
Yeah.
I promise you, that's a new thing.
Yeah, she said that. She said they can't learn nothing from us. She said, what are they learning from us reading to them? Nothing. We can't teach them nothing. It's a life choice that we chose to do, and we should not be putting it on kids. This is a woman that does it. This is a man that dresses like a woman for a living that says they full of shit for having those men in there reading to those babies.
That's true. But before we go to I wanted Dusto to respond to Illuminated Revelation because I didn't want to between those.
I can respond. This is a response to all. There's all these data and all this from 1826 laws and all this stuff. But if you look at the black population, it is run 90% off of emotions. Not just emotions, but today's emotions, which you think and you feel within now and the next 15 minutes. That's how murders are happening, drugs, sex, everything. That's how they're getting people to vote and to get them to buy products and move money around. It doesn't matter how logical everything, all the stuff you keep putting out there. Well, there's this evaluation plan. No, this is who the people are. They make decisions just like that, and they just do stuff, and they're not being taught, trained. That's how they're getting programmed. That's what they're becoming.
No, but are you saying that what Illuminated was just what he broke down, that's not because this is what it is.
Is it a part of the agenda? Yes. I disagree with the agenda part.
There's a narrative that's always set. There's a narrative that's always set, and then the people runs with the narrative. This is why we have wars, because he who wins the war writes the narrative. That's basically what it's about. So, yes, he who wins the war writes the narrative. No, why do you think you have people having wars over belief? Whether it's Bible or Torah or all these different things, it's a narrative. So what Illuminated was speaking on was something community in the community, specifically in America, specifically in what we call it, not even ghettos. You don't even got to call it ghettos. What do they like to call it when they don't like to call it black people's urban community?
Urban areas.
Urban areas. They set that narrative because it's a psychological way of how they have to do it. It's no problem.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just talking about changing the behavior based on laws and these facts and all this data and all that. I'm just saying the behavior. Talking about the girls getting bent over and popping out kids and all that. It's a behavior and it's based on emotions. It's not based on all this agenda. Some of it, the agendas and whatever, of how it's going. But if you're talking about why the people are doing what they're doing, why it's going to keep repeating, why they keep breeding and breeding, there's no law and no paper that's going to change the behavior. That's all I was saying.
But see, you're. I understand what you're saying, Dusto. But
they don't follow laws anyway.
No, listen to what I'm saying though. The reason they have the behavior the way it is because lack of knowledge and lack of education. So
I agree.
If I alter history, like right now, we have a bastardized agenda of history. It's all twisted. It's distorted right now. But what the beautiful thing, what God is doing right now is all truth is being revealed. It is so much truth that's coming out now. It's like a flood. Okay. And what's happening is you have to look at problem, reaction, solution. Here it is, the problem. We wait for the reaction. And here comes, right, DL? Here comes the policies, laws, and everything. We're coming in on the white horse to save the day. So this is what I look at. I look at what they're doing. This is not just in the United States. And this is where we as a community are falling short. This thing is freaking global. It is global, my friend. And what they're doing, when Klaus Schwab says by 2030, you will own nothing and you will absolutely love it. The feds just passed that FTX currency scandal that just happened. That was an agenda that was set up. Guess what the Fed just did? They just passed. They're getting into the digital currency market. Why? Because they don't have control. They don't know what DL is doing. DL can take cryptocurrency and spend $1 million and don't nobody even know about it. They don't like that.
Wait, hold on. You know FTX committed fraud, right? Like they legit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's fraud. It's fraud. That's what I was talking about. It was
so the government has to drop the hammer. I mean, they have to.
No.
We're agreeing on a part of it, but I'm just talking about if you're talking about people's behavior. If you discredit emotion and put all these laws and paper stuff, you're wasting your time. People react, and these people's foundation, their blood is emotion. That's what has been created. That's all I'm saying.
That's where I have to push back on you because Illuminated and I would have this argument about the black and white, about the legislators, because what he's bringing up is what I'm trying to say is Illuminated. When you brought up before about the soldiers and training and everything, this is what I'm saying. Us, especially men in this country, in order to be a well-trained soldier, you had to go through basic, right? AIT. You got to be in a good platoon. You got to be in a good company, brigade, all that shit.
They took that away. They turned men into emotional leaders.
There's a whole gap of that. That's like right now, Illuminated. The American men are the Russian equivalent of conscripts in the Ukraine right now. We got no training. They just handed dudes with a gun and said, "Go figure it out."
Yeah, you're right.
No outline, no foundation, no training, no structure. That's what men today are missing. That's that gap right there that we need to bring back. Or all this other emotional drama about the relationship, it's just going to keep on going because we have no foundation to fix that organic.
So hold on, real quick.
Someone's saying the same thing.
Let me ask a question because we're going to have to end the show in about 6 minutes. Let me ask a question. Sheree, sweetheart, are you busy tomorrow?
No.
I would love to have another female perspective on the show tomorrow. The show tomorrow will be named Emotionally Fueled and Driven, the Failure of the Black Community, ?
Ooh.
And so we'll discuss that tomorrow, and we're gonna deep dive into that. Let me say it again, Dusto, because
I was going to say, can you repeat that one more time?
Emotionally Fueled and Driven, the Failure of the Black Community, ? And we're going to address that tomorrow on Talk That Talk Tuesday. And we're gonna dig deep in that. So Sheree, I would love to have another female perspective with you and Queen Smiley, Coach K, and so on and so forth on the panel tomorrow. So I'll send you all the information either tonight or tomorrow. Okay.
Hey, Black Man, last question. Then I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna try to.
Yeah.
What was the problem you had with the boys when you were coaching? Because this is our future men leaders, and what was the issue?
Lord have mercy. You asking the question.
Can you let Illuminated know? And Illuminated, same person. I know.
Yeah.
Just conversation.
One of the issues I had with the boys when I was coaching them was their mamas. That was one of the biggest problems. Don't let my baby get, and Teruse, listen to this. I don't want my baby to get hit hard. Why you letting them boys hit my son that hard?
I know you heard that nonstop, bro.
Right. And then on the flip side of it, they were talking to the boys like this. I did a whole video. Hey, Teruse, I had video footage of these women, or how I videoed every parent on my side, damn near tried to video every parent on my sideline to show people what the real world looks like. And so I did the show. So I'll go back and I'll send you the link so you can watch it. And a lot of the women came down by the coaches while we were trying to direct these boys in the way they should go. You had a lot of women coming down on the sideline, standing behind the coaches, telling me, "Get your motherfucking ass up. Get your bitch ass up. You ain't doing this. Get your punk ass up. I ought to come out there and hit your motherfucking ass." Blah, 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 blah. I mean, and the coaches looking like, damn, could you just go sit down? Like, you know, and when you do that, you see the boys immediately get emotional and they shut down. They didn't even want to play no more. They stopped playing like they normally would play. They come over to the sideline, throwing their helmet on the ground. Right? I can scream at them all day and they say, "Yeah, all right, coach, I got you. But when mama do it, it shut the whole day down. They just shut. They don't want to, they taking off their jersey, throwing their helmet. Like they upset, they punching stuff. Like they mamas really affect them, like really, really bad.
I need your perspective as a coach, man.
Was it the football policies? Was it the policies in football? Was that the issue? Or was it the emotions?
Say that again.
Was it the football policies and procedures and the laws, or was it their actual emotions? And the fact that they're raised to be emotional.
There was emotions. They were very emotional.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Being from your perspective, just were the kids, because of how chaotic their parents were trying to live their lives, their dreams to the kids, did you notice how the kids were probably way more comfortable once the parents were out the fucking way?
Absolutely. They're different kids. Yep. When their parents are not there, completely different kids. Completely different. Yep. So when their mama's not there, when their mamas come, they stiffen up. They don't want to do nothing else. They don't want to play. They don't want to. They mom out there cussing at them like they're men.
Think about what that household sounds like every day.
Oh,
that's why I bring that up. Think about what that household sounds like.
Even on the, I'm gonna say this and we'll close out. Even on the opposing teams, you hear the moms, "Get your bitch ass in the car. You brought your punk ass out here playing all these fucking fees, and your bitch ass I came dropping balls all day, fumbling the balls, acting like a little bitch. I don't care about you getting emotional. I'll punch you in your fucking face."
Yeah, but here's the thing.
This is what you hear. Mama saying to their boys that are 5'11", 6 foot tall, 11, 12 years old, and their mama 5'1". These boys could destroy them with one punch.
Right, but here's the thing, though.
Enough to take that.
They're destroyed mentally already.
Here's the thing. Here's what women don't understand. Well, men too. You can't have that type of discipline come from a woman. If you're a man and you ain't got the stomach of it, grab your nuts and do what you need to do. Grab a belt, whip him if you need to. Don't go crazy. Hold on. Again, if you're going past 8 weeks, if you're going past, the thing is, you don't have to. But like I said, that style of discipline cannot come from a woman. It cannot. It can't.
That's true.
Otherwise, you raise weak men because that boy is looking at you. He's been told his whole life, you can't hit a girl. Men don't hit girls. But then this is your mama talking to you like that. Number one, it's your mother talking to you like that, like you ain't shit. It's coming from your mother, the person who's supposed to love you more than anyone else. Your mother's gonna love you in a way that your wife can never do. It ain't in your wife to love you like your mama do. So that's a special bond there in the first place. Now that kind of vitriol coming from that woman, it hits different. And you can't put your hands on them like that, like whooping them and stuff like that. That can't come from you. That's his daddy's job.
Right.
And
Mandrell was also on their show. So Teruse, I had that, how the women talk to their sons. And then I also had a video of a dad coming to support his son by volunteering to coach. And the mama went ape shit on him in front of everybody.
No
I don't
way,
want my,
dog.
I don't
No.
want you around my
to take your
son.
sons
Yeah,
practice.
I'll show it to you, bro. And why you here? Now, this is a man that want to be in his son's life now. Why are you here? You shouldn't be around my fucking son. Why the fuck y'all got him here? Why is he volunteering? Why is he here? I'm gonna take my son away from this fucking football team.
Yo.
He can't see his son because he married to a new bitch.
That's the one, dude. That is the one critique. If I do have one critique of women, I hate how they weaponize the kids, especially in public, bro. Why do they do that shit?
I'll send you the link.
Dang,
I'll send you the link. But here we go. So final thoughts, guys. Everybody, I'm gonna give everybody the 15 seconds. Say bye, hi, and give everybody your damn where you're gonna be at tomorrow. I mean, give me your social media. All right, we will start with Dusto first, and then we'll move down the line. All right, Dusto, go ahead. 15 seconds. Give it to him.
A lot of good points that y'all made. My apology for hogging the mic. But if it's one thing that you heard that you didn't hear before, emotions run the Black population. Emotions. Make yourself as emotionally intelligent that you possibly can to become the best communicator. That is the dark hole amongst the men who are leading. Emotions and communication. That's it.
All right, man. Give it up. Hey, Dusto, tell them where you're going to be at, man. Give them your show title and all that. We'll move on.
I can be found in the Dustosphere. My IG is Dustosphere at IG. Dust. That's all I got.
All right. Appreciate you, Dust, man. All right, man. Thank you for being here tonight. All right, Mandrell, what you got for us? 15 seconds.
Catch me on Wednesday for Unapologetic with Mandrell and Shoo. Whatever, man. Everybody her
choice. So tired, brother. You tired?
No, it's just me. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, that chick tonight. Whatever, man. Her body, her choice. Whatever.
All right. Appreciate you, Mandrell. Everyone said her body, her choice. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. You're beautiful, Sheree. Come on, girl. Give us your final thoughts.
My final thoughts is, damn, I didn't expect that. And I'm praying and hoping that women learn the true value of their bodies and realize that our body really is a portal for life. So you need to treat it as that. Because I don't think women understand that. Sincerely, it's a portal for life. Life comes out of you. So you need to treat it like your life depends on it. Seriously. And yeah, you can catch me at Sheree B Chicago on Instagram and on YouTube. That's mainly where I am. And sometimes on my Facebook, Sheree B Chicago on my Facebook. So check me out there where I'm reacting to videos and talking about craziness like this. All right.
You know what I'm saying? And Sheree, again, thank you, man. You've been with me, rocking with me since day one. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you so much. So I'll send you the information tomorrow. And I'd love to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'll be there.
All right, y'all give it up for Sheree B Chicago in the building. All right, my boy JT, what's going on, man? What's your final thoughts, my guy?
Yeah, man, it was a great conversation, man. We got a little deep on there. Appreciate everybody that's
good conversation though.
Had a very, very great conversation. There's a lot of damn avenues we hit on, a lot of streets we went on too. But I have nothing else to say about that there. I mean, the girl, she was proud of being a hoe. So, I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully we can get this changed around, this narrative changed around. Anyway.
Well, JT, hold on, JT. But what's going to happen is because Illuminated Revelation alluded to it, that in a few years, that same young lady, when she turns 40, this is what she's going to be saying to the men.
Please forgive me.
So go ahead, brother.
Okay. Hey, did you guys? That's what I wanted to ask because I was just looking this up. Is it the 117th Congress Act, Respect the Marriage Act? Is that what you guys were just talking about?
Yes,
that is correct.
HR 8404.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got to read up on that. Yeah, they did pass it.
But stay in the back chat. I have it for you. I'll put on the thing in the back chat.
Oh yeah. I see you back there too. Yeah.
Okay. So you can just follow me at What We Know Podcast. Me and my boy Rob. Shit, it seems like we be doing Thursdays now. Thursdays or Saturdays, whichever one. We trying to get it figured out, man. But we will be doing the show each and every week, and we trying to do multiple shows now, and we be dropping a lot of other videos and stuff like that too, plus a lot of shorts. And you can catch us on IG at whatweknow_podcast on IG, and we about to drop a lot more other videos and stuff like that also. But hey man, I enjoyed myself, man. I enjoyed everybody that's on this panel. And that's it. I'm out this piece.
I appreciate you, JT, man. See you in the back a little bit, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, the beautiful Queen Smiley.
So real quick, just pretty much know yourself, do the work, choose to be an anomaly. You do not have to succumb to being a product of your broken situation, and yeah, your life, your choice. So do what you do, shout it. Just keep that over there, okay? And don't be doing that, please, later on. Cause
I can't stand you. You crazy. And stop sending me the messages when I give you these titles to these shows now. So hear your ass go.
Hear your ass go with this man. Okay.
All right, Queen Smiley, I'm
Peace
much
and
love
blessings.
to
You can find me right here on Black Man Unfiltered Network. You can find me on all social media platforms. That's Queen Smiley _rules, unless you find me just as my name, and I ain't gonna say that out loud. But yeah, hit that hashtag keeps queening. You'll find me. Blessings.
All right, appreciate you, Queen Smiley. Taru. You muted. Yeah.
Hey.
Our ass whooped Sunday. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Man, yeah. If I seemed a little bit more emotional than normal today, it's because right now it's Therapy Monday. The Browns took an L. The Sean Watson jokes, the memes on IG just nonstop. JD Vance is our senator here in Ohio, so it's just been a lot of L's been taken lately. But overall, hey, look, man, stop putting your business like that on video. At the end of the day, if you're this proud, this loud and proud, okay. But yes, like the men said, 10 years down the line, don't be making a video talking about you can't find a good man. Because everyone, rightfully so, will reference that video and go, explain that. You know what I mean? But honestly, man, once again, I had just thank you, BN, for having me on the panel, Mr. Bennett, DL, as always. Nice to see you guys. Nice to chat with you guys. But I'm actually just really flabbergasted, man. Those stories about the coaching, man. I really would like to dig deep with that. With
I got the
BN,
videos,
man.
brother.
That's crazy. But yeah, you guys can find me Tyrus on IG, Tyrus_05 IG. Just hit me up.
All right, man. Appreciate you for being here tonight, brother.
Go Bengals.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bennett.
Wow, we took a lot of interesting turns tonight.
Yes.
Getting back to the original material, I thought it would be worth a good conversation to see what for a quote unquote liberated person who's liberated sexually, or a woman who's liberated sexually. I would like to have an honest conversation in terms of what that really is supposed to be like, because it's always been my contention that female sexuality has never been taught properly, and it's been that way for thousands of years. Religion has tried to control it, and it's never been healthily presented to women. So women are finding it out for themselves, and they're taking in a lot of different directions that some may not be the healthiest direction. But I do wish we can have a decent conversation on what does that truly mean to be sexually liberated. I think we just missed the mark there, and we go in all these different directions. And again, how we look at women like that, as I said earlier, if we watch someone in the entertainment business doing that, we just sort of disconnect ourselves from it, even though we see it happening. But in person, we have a totally different direction. So even for us men, I think we need to look at ourselves and how we approach sexuality and the way we compartmentalize it. And we need to ask ourselves some questions also in terms of what is healthy and what is not. Because we clearly live in two different worlds a lot of times when it comes to that. So You guys can find me on IG, pault.bennett. Do a lot of health and fitness for guys over 50 years of age. And it's more important than ever because, again, I got a lot of our brothers, unfortunately, are passing in these times. Guys around in my age bracket. So health for me is even more important now than ever. And so I want to be an advocate for that. You can also find me in Black Man Unfiltered, one of our platforms. Usually I'm on Tuesday nights. I hang out in the barbershop on Friday nights. It's a good place to hang out. It's a good group of people. And I just enjoy the fellowship and the company and what these men bring to the table. So salute to you, Black Man, for everything you do. And we'll see you next time. Take care.
All right. Now, Mr. Bennett,
Yes, sir.
I will say this on talking about the subject for tonight before you get out of here. You did see Steve Harvey's daughter, Lori, said that any man that dates her or wants to marry her has to sign any man that wants to date her has to sign an NDA before they date. So they won't talk about her doings.
Well, again, it's she's basically making what's been in place for thousands of years. I mean, she's making it just a little bit more formalized. So it like I said, it doesn't surprise me. Especially, I'm surprised that more celebrities don't do it. I know Derek Jeter used to have this policy where if you came in, you had to drop any woman you brought to the house. They had to drop the cell phone in the basket before they went into the house. So in some way, in some respects, look, it may be a good thing. Celebrities, again, because of your presence, you can't move like everybody else. So can't necessarily fault her for it. But again, relationships are becoming a lot more transactional these days. And again, there are terms for that. But it seems like it's just more out in the public now. So again, even back to the conversation we were talking about, it'd be good if we have a more expanded conversation. That relationships are not about covenants anymore. It's about contracts, about deals and negotiations and things like that. And how's that going to affect us certainly as a people and as a community long term? I think we need to really address that because everything is business right now. Everything is political, and we're being the lesser for it. So, worth the conversation.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that in the Barbershop Friday.
Yep.
All right. Good. So thank you so much, Mr. Bennett, for being here, man. Much love to your family.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later, my brother.
All right.
DL Saint.
What's good? As always, man. Thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure. It's an honor to be here. I see brother Cody is Kings in the house. What's good, fam? Good to see Cody in here doing this thing. Brother Illuminated, man. Honor to meet you, man. Can't wait to talk to you, get to know you, brother. Because I know you want to talk. I'm definitely, once upon a time I was in the Army. I'm airborne, 18th Aviation, Fort Bragg, part of 18th Airborne Corps. We was all that, man. We were like attached to 325. We did all that hood shit. It was good. Desert Storm veteran. But we'll talk. So, listen, I had a whole bunch of stuff for final thoughts. I don't have enough time to do it. Just understand this, y'all. Times are changing, but they ain't changed that much, man. Keep it in the closet, especially ladies. You want to go out there and you want to smash all the dudes you want, trust me, it'll be easy. It'll be the easiest thing you've ever done in your life, ladies. You can go outside and get 10 men every 2 hours if you want to. You know what I mean? It's up to you. But if you decide to do that, don't film it. Don't. Keep it in the closet. Because later on, when that film surfaces, any man worth his salt is not going to deal with you. Just keeping it 100. It's not going to take you serious. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how sexy you are. The fact that women are running around here now making people sign NDAs should let you know what that's about. Right. So yeah, man. I firmly believe that there's going to be a shift in the child support system and the way we know it now. I think there's definitely going to be a shift. Why? Because women are making more money. But again, I can't get into it. I got so much more I wanted to say, man. We'll save it for another time. Where can y'all find me? Y'all can find me on YouTube, DL Saying I Really Want to Know podcast and the Downrange podcast. We'll be on tomorrow noon Eastern Standard Time on the Downrange podcast. We'll be talking about the disappearing man. Men are dropping out of the workforce and why. It'll be me and my homie, my dog Jay Swans, my jump buddy. And we'll be talking about why men are dropping out of the workforce, what's going on with that, how they're making money, all that. What does that mean for America moving forward? So that's tomorrow at 12, and then I'll definitely be in the chat, ninja watching and probably engaging in Talk That Talk Tuesday right here on this platform. So as always, bro, thank you so much, Brock, man. You're doing a lot, man. God, man, respect your hustle. This brother done built the network on YouTube. I'm jealous, so I'm gonna keep here. I'm gonna support him. Please like and subscribe. please continue to support us all. And yeah, that's all I got, fam.
All right, man. Appreciate you so much, man. DL Saint, y'all make sure y'all go over there and like and subscribe everything that he has going on over there. Like it. Appreciate you, DL Saint, man, my brother, and all your support, man.
You're welcome.
My brother, Illuminated Revelation. Hey, listen, man, I'm trying to get you over here on Tuesday nights. I don't know if I can be able to. I don't know if you're gonna be able to come and talk Tuesday, man.
Yeah, shout out, man. I appreciate you. You know, just learning the spaces. I go on different panels to get different perspectives and try to learn different things. I just try to bring a more intellectual prospect of the conversation into the video, and to the ladies that saw this. Let this be a warning to you. Remember, the internet is forever, and what you do now is going to pay dividends way down the future. So just be wise in the decision. Yes, we're young, you're going to have fun, you're going to do that, but do it discreetly. You know, you don't have to put your business out in the street. Everything isn't for everyone to know. But I just want to appreciate the conversation. I appreciate, you allowing me to come on and everything and, express my opinion. I try to be as respectful as possible, but I definitely like what you're doing over here. It's a different type of vibe, and I like going to different panels just to check out how people are doing things. And I pull from each and every one. So I got some people helping me get ready to put my stuff together, but I am on Instagram under that title, Illuminated Revelation. So you can find me there, but I will be starting my podcast before the end of the year under the same title. I'm building my, I just started my other YouTube channel. I'm getting some things together, transfer some things over from my other little channel. I haven't posted anything, but I'm starting to record some videos and getting some systems together. So I'm kind of a perfectionist, but basically what I've been told is just start it and then go from there, so definitely going to be looking forward to that and support you guys doing what you're doing. But I appreciate you, brother. Love what you're doing over here.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for your perspective, because you have a great perspective as well, and I want to dig a little bit more into that. So keep coming back, man. I'll keep reaching out to you, and I'll send you the links when we go live. You can make it. It'd be great. If you can't, I understand. So, but I'll still send them to you, because
I'll talk with the boss.
I understand, my brother. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Illuminated Revelation, man. We appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show for tonight. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the Black Man Unfiltered Network. If you want to support the channel, please support it by hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Right? Share this with friends and loved ones. These conversations do get deep, and they do take a lot of turns, but thank God for those turns. All right? Because, we're going down avenues that we're having these conversations that some people have had with one person, or somebody had with themselves, because nobody wants to listen. They're like, damn, I said that the other day. Right? So I want to have those conversations that we have under the tree. I want to bring them to the lives. And so I try to be as creative as I can when we do these shows and the shows on the network. Mandrell has a great conversation. Coach K and Chef Big Al have great conversation. Dusto brings the comedy and the sketches on Thursdays. Friday we have deep barbershop talk with all the guys. Tonight we reacted to a video that was just out there, right? It went viral. And then on Talk That Talk Tuesday, we come in here and we talk about what we're going to talk about tomorrow, which is going to be powerful, guys. It's going to be powerful. So emotionally fueled and driven, the failure of the Black community, ? So we're definitely going to address that tomorrow. So go ahead and get ready for that. And Queen Smile is in this chat, y'all. No, my son left that back there. She asked me, was that the shit hat in the back there? Was that mine? No, it's my son's. He left it back there. He may try to be funny and put stuff in my background without me knowing it. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to financially support the channel, Please go there. You see at the bottom of the screen down here, the Black Man Unfiltered Cash App. That will be absolutely 100% great. Thank you so much for that. If you want to join the channel, do that. And if you want to send a super chat, also do that. Hit that notification button when you like and subscribe. So when we go live, you will know it. To all my people at Facebook, to all my people on YouTube, to all my people on Twitch and Twitter. We're live on all 4 right now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I see the Facebook people are watching right now as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here tonight. I appreciate you all. Much love to you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and get ready to have this conversation. It's about to go down. So we love you guys. We'll see you guys on tomorrow. Get you some rest. And go take care of yourself, right? Or do something nice for somebody else. And if you can't do anything nice for anybody else and you're recluse and you're just stuck in the house all day, do something nice for yourself, because self-care is absolutely the very best care. All right? If you love yourself, you will definitely be able to love someone else. God bless you. God bless your family. I hope God covers all your children, all your loved ones, your travel to work, going and coming on tomorrow. We love you here at Black Man Unfiltered Network, and we'll keep the entertainment coming. You just keep coming back. Peace.